Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a best of two scrim that we have today. We have Fenix.Pro on the blue side and TSP on the orange side. So we have two maps, as I said. We are doing Fenix.Pro attacking on their map pick Villa, and TSP will be attacking their map pick on Consulate. So let me just write down Villa. So op bans, what do we expect? We expect to see a Thatcher, a Monty because this is TSP, and we also expect to see some bans like Mirror and Echo. So let's go through the players we have so far. On the side of Fenix.Pro, we have just Toby, we have Bixer, we have Kalinski, and we have XV. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. So if somebody could correct me, that would be nice. On the side of TSP, we have Crazy, YDB Gunning, Puckles, and then two more who are yet to join. So first off, I'd like to thank you all for joining so far. If you would like to leave a follow, feel free. Hopefully, if both maps get casted, I should in theory be affiliated by the end of this, so any help would be greatly appreciated. Of course, my name's Dylan. If you don't know me, I'm a caster for RXL, or Resurgent Expert League, Third Eye Gaming EU, and also now UIU Nevermore Season 2, which I'm very happy to be a part of for next season. I was given the offer by 2, so I am looking forward to starting there. AS Flex, the last one to join the side of Fenix.Pro. We wait for the two more of TSP. I know Connor's not playing, so we won't see him. Players can be in chat until the map actually starts. Then they do have to leave, but they can come back later. I'm just going to deal with some admin-y stuff, and by that I mean making sure that both teams have the stream link. As we see Merxy joining. I'm just checking that every message got sent out. Just editing messages. We are slightly running late because I had to grab some batteries, so this was supposed to start at 6:30, but both teams were kind enough to let me delay slightly as every player joins, as Chaz is the last one to join. I've never casted Fenix.Pro before, so I am looking forward to see how they play. I know they're in Nevermore, so I've only seen, I think, part of a game. It was on Consulate. It's when they had KG on the roster, and he, of course, he is not on it anymore. So we'll see how this roster performs without him. Of course, KG, I'm not sure if he's the IGL for this team. However, he does like to strat. He is a bit of a analyst or coach sort of player. Okay, I can get back to chat. Let me just refresh the stream. There we go. Thank you, Swill, for modding. Cry's also here, just saying you're playing rank with Bixer, XV, and just Toby, lol. Well, they're here now. I might actually have to message Toby and ask him how to pronounce XV4A's name. And then once every player ready is up, we can begin. So I'm waiting for all players to ready up. So we're just waiting on Flex, as we do have one. We have YDB Gunning leaving, which is never fun. He does join back. So just got to wait for Chaz and YDB Gunning to ready up. Connor in chat, hello. I know you're not playing today, so you get to watch as somebody else has left. XV4A has DC'd this time. No refund. I remember my throat doesn't sound so raspy by the end of the stream. Okay, so XV4A is pronounced Lewis. Scurvy, nice to see you in chat. Saw you in chat for the game yesterday with that Sweel casted. So you've gotten quite unlucky with your casting. Got to say, teams cancel and then you pull a neck muscle. YD becoming bad, coming from Crazy. Connor, isn't Emerxy like one of your accounts? As we're just waiting for Chaz to ready up. As soon as Chaz readies up, we can start. Chaz, ready up. We are waiting on Chaz. He is in chat. Chaz, ready up. I'm assuming as he's in chat, that does mean he's ready. I'm just going to send a last double check as Orange team will be attacking first. Overtime. Okay, we can start. So, Fenix.Pro on the blue team attacking first on their map pick. And they will play against TSP. Okay, players in chat, you will have to leave now. See you all later. Thank you for joining towards the start. So, op bans, TSP banning first. That only means one thing. We are going to see a Monty ban. Unless they've got some sort of strats lined up. As the clock ticks down, and we are going to see a Monty ban. I'm so shocked. I cannot believe it. I'd already had it written down. So Fenix's first ban. This is, as I said at the start, my first time watching them, casting them. So I'm excited to see what they can do. Of course, they made it to the Nevermore playoffs, quarterfinals, I think. I want to say quarterfinals. Don't quote me on that though. And they're going to ban Jackal. That implies to me that it is going to be a heavy roam game from probably both teams. However, no Connor playing. That means he won't be on the hyper-aggressive roam, as we've seen him multiple times, as YD Begunning has left already. Great start. That's not great. We do have to wait for bans to go through, though, so it's going to be a Castle ban. Of course, Castle very strong, but you don't often see him banned, because he can also be a bit of a double-edged sword. He can be really good, however, he can also be really bad, as you've got to think that once he got DOSed. Okay. Oh, he's back, so not too bad. Thank you for letting me know, Chaz. However, he has joined back, so it shouldn't be too bad. As we're going to see a mirror ban to round things off. You sometimes see clash banned here. And the only reason you do is because her ability has stupid long range. So the fact that those long corridors do exist do mean that she can be a bit of a pain. As I said, Castle the only quote-unquote surprising one. Scurvy asking that is a double target ban. You'd have to ask them. So we're going to Aviator first. So I do need to write this down, because rehost, especially with YD Begunning being DOS at the minute. So TSP defense, their first round is going to AVG or Aviator and Games. We're going to see Irwamai, Smoke, Jaeger, Bandit, and YD Begunning going from the Vigil potentially to a Valk. We've seen him play a lot of Valk, and indeed he does. That's the benefit of having casted these guys. This is the 4th time in 5 days that I get to cast TSP. So, Phil saying in 3 days I've done my neck in, and both scrims I was meant to cast got cancelled. I'm loving it. It's just an unfortunate part. You get used to people cancel scrims all the time, so it's not the end of the world, don't worry. It's just unfortunate that you did your necking as well. Puckle's going to place his shield on a standard position. However, you usually see a Smoke who is going to hold behind it. However, looking at Smoke's gadgets, he isn't bringing the shield, he's bringing the barbed wire instead, and he's going to place that by red stairs. So we are looking at typical reinforcement. However, this wall has not been done yet, and Vault has been done too, as in fact those walls are going to be reinforced. Now, why did we going to just placing his cameras. This looks like a master take to me from the side of Fenix.Pro. 3 attackers spawning over on Fountain, 1 on main road, and also Bixer all on his own spawning in ruins. He is going to be the one applying pressure most likely onto Study to prevent any Study rotates from. Most likely it will be Puckles and AS, on the Hibana is most likely going to hold the 90 window. Chaz is going to be roaming here, as we see just Toby pre-firing in case any defenders are nearby this trophy statuary site. Of course, 4 defenders upstairs. 1 on site, 1 on 90, 1 in vault and 1 main stairs. Those are very, very standard positions. We're going to see Chaz stepping up to do the heavy roam game, as we've seen Connor do it multiple times. As AS just going to be droning out. Here's Bixer. He's already making his way into 90, or classical hallway. Who is that below? That is Flex. Okay, that is AS, sorry. I should know, he played on Urban, so I should know his name. Apologies there, AS. And Vault is going to be opened up now. Is it going to be Bandit tricked? Ooh, the EMP didn't reach it, as Bixer gets the kill onto Puckles. And Lewis now going to be pre-firing down the classical hallway, because that is where Chaz is. Chaz going to take the position that Puckles was, as Puckles got caught out rotating, and Bixer on that long angle ends up doing work on that Sophia. So YDB gunning. It's going to be running back through the rotation, as the Vault wall gets breached from Kalinski, as Bixer gets a double, Lewis gets a third, and it's all left up to Crazy and Chaz. Chaz going to rotate here, going to get that beautiful kill, and he gets the second one onto Lewis after the first one onto Kalinski, but Lewis got the kill onto Crazy. He can't find the last one, as AS wraps up that round for Fenix.Pro. They take the first round of the game, and it was down and out there for the side of TSP. However, Chaz giving them a bit of hope. Scurvy saying Crazy on Smoker's laughable, and that's coming from me. Oof, bit of inter-team banter there. As where are we going to go now? It looks like TSP are undecided, and it's going to be a rehost. Okay. Never mind. So, luckily they did it just in time. Of course, let's talk about the op bans while I recreate the game. I'm assuming it's going to be... Okay, a player lagging. That is unfortunate. The players need to leave. Fenix.Pro do kind of need to leave. That would be nice. As I try to make the game back up. I'm going to message Fenix.Pro now. It is a rehost. And we will go to back onto Villa. And right, so op bans. We saw a Monty, we saw a Jackal, we saw a Castle, we saw a Mirror. I've got to say the only one that stands out for me is that Castle ban. Monty is a standard TSP ban. Jackal is a ban that you often see for teams that want to utilise that heavy roam. We've seen TSP like to heavy roam. And I just completely misclicked there, apologies for that. So Monty, Jackal and Castle Mirror. So we saw blue team starting there. We saw blue win Aviator games. So time to invite people now. And we'll invite Toby. And we will also invite Crazy. So you can talk amongst yourselves, chat real quick. As I wait for Xbox to load up people's gamer tags. Right, and We are back. Okay, let me just... Okay, so Puckles was the player lagging there. Unfortunate, of course. Just restarting Xbox. Okay, thank you Crazy, Chaz and Connor for clearing that up. Double check that I've got everything set up correctly. Those were the ban arts. Blue team did win. So I'm just gonna... Okay, there we go. So, Emerxy joins back. Toby and Crazy have joined back as well. Kalinski, Lewis and Chaz. So we are just waiting for the final 3. We know that Puckles is restarting his Xbox. Scurvy saying Puckles' Xbox sounds like a plane trying to take off. Oh. Well, that can't be good. So we are waiting for YDB Gunning. Can somebody confirm if someone's... Chaz, I think you said that YDB Gunning was DOS, so is he coming back on his YDB Gunning count, or is he coming back on Ibra? I'll just wait for confirmation from TSP players. Appreciate you all sitting around and waiting with me. I said I was going to talk about the Castle ban, and I completely ignored what I was going to say. So Castle, he's usually a target ban if you ban him. But if he is banned, I feel like Villa is a good map. He's got such strong utility as he's able to cut out those lines of sight, forcing the Zephyr or Ash to break them open, or anyone breaches, of course. As YDB Gunning is back. So we are waiting for AS and Puckles. Just a reminder, of course, players in chat, you will have to leave once we begin again, as we wait for the final 2. So let's talk about what we saw there. We saw Chaz on the roam, but we saw the other 4 players from TSP sitting around near or on site. And of course, it didn't end up working out, as of course they got collapsed on by this team of Fenix.Pro. So what I think they need to do differently is the positioning. It was typically you expect the study take, and of course that's what they prepped for. However, 4 of your players sat near site with anyone roaming, basically in Art Studio or main corridor. You aren't going to be able to flank around onto the... well, you can flank up Astro Stairs, but you're not able to get any picks from people pushing into Master. So I expect that's something that may be changed. Puckles is going to switch teams, and we will just wait for AS to join back. So he is the last one to join. So now we wait. So I've run through all the topics I wanted to talk about, because basically I didn't expect everybody rejoining to take this long. However, these things happen, as soon as I say that, AS joins back. So we will just wait for players to ready up. Of course, Chaz gonna be the only one once again to not ready up from the side of TSP. Actually he does this time, so we're just waiting on Bitska and Kalinski. As it's just now up to the Thermite player from last round, Kalinski, and he readies up. We go back into Villa with Fenix.Pro having a 1-up advantage. So players, if you are in chat, out you go. You can always join back as soon as this map is complete. So we're going to see AVG once again. Of course, this is a scrim, so in theory neither team should be playing to win. It should be them playing to improve their strats, of course. So we are going to see an identical lineup being brought from the attackers, as the defenders I'm gonna switch things up as Crazy gonna onto the Valkyrie as Puckles goes on to smoke this time. As YDB gunning will be on the 1 might instead. Chaz gonna stay on his Jaeger and Emerxy gonna stay on his Bandit. As we are waiting for Puckles. I'm just gonna have a look at his ping. His ping is 18, so it shouldn't be too bad. Siege servers do like to do this sometimes. What is it? And there we go. Okay, great. Just an unfortunate wait there, an unfortunate rehost as well. They're always not very fun. As we now see the defenders probably going for a very similar setup. However, operators have changed. Of course, when TSP played Tyrant on this, we saw Puckles have very good rounds, especially on the mute and the 3k he got. Basically playing on the top landing of Red Stairs, and of course he rotated in with Scurvy, and they both got the last ones collapsing on the attackers into Astronomy.
10 seconds left before
The reason I will bring up TSP's past scrims is I've had the ability and the fortunate ability, I mean, to cast them. Fenix.Pro, I am yet to cast. We are waiting for that wall to be reinforced. Bixka gonna spawn on the same location. It's gonna be a 3-1-1 spawn, and it's identical once again. The operator spawning there. YDB gunning, as I tried to say, as Chaz has actually prepared himself for anybody pushing into Master. And 4 attackers are now waiting for him, and Chaz does have to be careful because everybody aside from AS on the side of Fenix.Pro are going to be looking for him as Kalinski drones straight past him and doesn't see him either. Flex as AS, sorry, also going to drone that as Toby going to just push up. Chaz knows somebody's nearby as he's seen Kalinski's drone go past, but do they know he is there? I don't think they do. The drone's going to come out again. Is somebody flanking from below? No, they aren't. Lewis's drone does give away his position, and Chaz goes down to just Toby. The Thatcher getting the opening pick of the of the game, so to speak, because we've just come back from a rehost. And Crazy's going to be in a difficult position as AS Flex. Is he droning? He is. He's going to be able to see that Valkyrie. Going to hip fire that bearing and going to look for Crazy now. He knows Crazy is nearby. However, Crazy in a good enough position. Can he find the headshot? No, he can't. C4 gets thrown out, gets shot in the air by Toby. Actually, it goes off with the... oh no. We're going to see a bit of potato aim there as Emerxy goes and helps his teammate out. The MP popped at the perfect timing to destroy that C4 as Toby is now just going to look for where that Valkyrie could have gone. Emerxy though knows he's going to roughly be there. He's going to see that Thatcher and away he goes. Toby going to think better of pushing after him. Crazy's going to flank up these stairs as well. However, he's going to pop the air jab of Lewis. Lewis knows he's around here. Going to shoot some bullets. Going to get tagged up. As Crazy actually managed to make some good distance between the two of them. Another air jab gets popped down as Toby just going to drone in. And now, Puckles goes down to Kalinski. That vault control. In fact, all of side control is now in the hands of the defenders. As Emerxy comes from behind, he's actually going to find 2. Obviously, the air jabs being used, and Lewis and Toby are both going to go down. However, can he get a third? Emerxy gets Bixer as well. It's a triple kill for the Bandit play. YDB Gunham finds Flex. Kalinski manages to get the plant down. However, he's got to land all the shots on 3 of them. Gets the knife on YDB Gunning. However, gets gunned down by Emerxy to get a 4k for the round, and TSP win on the second time of asking.
Defenders have disabled the bomb diffuser. Defenders win.
So, Emerxy had a very, very good roam to flank back. Of course. Gonna be happy with that. Got 4k to bring things back. Kalinski got 2. Toby getting the 1 onto Chaz. TSP are going to be happy with that. Of course, after a rehost, your momentum typically may die down, and that could be what we saw with Fenix.Pro. However, they were attacking, so in theory they did have the disadvantage there, but they did win the first round on Aviator Games. We do go to Trophy this time. Your typical second site. I know a lot of people have lately been liking it as their primary site, so we are going to see a little bit of the normal bomb site wise. YDB gunning going to be off the more, I don't want to say, the more soft roaming operators, so no more Wamai or Valkyrie. And we are instead going to see him on the Maestro. Buckles going back on the mute. So no smoke being brought. That's something we saw differently when they played Tyrant. They had Scurvy on smoke and Puckles on the mute. We see the standard reinforcements going up. Nothing too surprising as of yet. We're going to see where Crazy really throws his about cams. Going to think about throwing one on to the top of red stairs. YDB gunning. Just going to open up the top of... Ooh, that's a nice cam onto the aeroplane in Astro. So that's actually really nice, because I just realised that the reason they made the shots here is so that cam can see all of Trophy. A spawning on the same position once, same location, sorry, once again. I believe Bixer did as well. As now we see Kalinski back on the third now, as is Flex. Gunning meanwhile going to sit on his cams as Chaz is in basement. He does see Just Toby's drone, and Just Toby is going to be aware of that. He's just going to hope that the Jaeger tried to run out. However, Chaz just going to carry on running through basement. Is anybody watching those red stairs? They are not. Bixer is droning as well. Master Control, actually closets or Pro with Toby. EMP gets thrown out, does bounce off that wall there. That's unfortunate, as they are looking for that Maestro. As that could be what denies the wall. Thermite plant, I should say. They're going to realise it's probably going to get set off, as Bixer went from below and destroyed the ground. So no bandit trick at all, plus the flashes to make things even more difficult. Puckles is actually playing quite an aggressive position. He was playing on these red stairs up into landing, as Bixer and Chaz are very close to each other actually. As Kalinski finds the first onto YDB gunning. Can Chaz get the refrag? He's going to get Bixer through the wall. Bixer, Kalinski and Lewis all on about 10 health. And that C4 is wasted from Puckles as Toby finds Crazy as well. It's now a 3v. It's now 5v3, sorry. Merxy finds the one onto Kalinski, and he finds the second onto Toby as well. And now Flex is the only one with a significant amount of help, as Merxy just going to try and distract Fenix.Pro. As that diffuser has been dropped because of Kalinski's. Chaz going to find one as well. Was that the long angle? That was onto Lewis. And now Bixer and AS have got to find 3 and get the plant, or get the plant down. Bixer is on about 10 health, 12 health maybe. As AS is on about 77. As Buckles looking onto that window. Look at the trophy windows. Chaz is going to backtrack, as Merxy is going to look. Buckles is going to be looking back, as Merxy did find that kill onto Bixer. It's all in the hands of AS. However, it's not going to work, as Merxy gets another one. He got another 4K as well. He's working. He's doing a lot of work on this bandit. It's TSP win their second in a row. Scurvy saying, "My heart can't handle this level of pressure." It was all contested. Okay, we're going to see Dining Kitchen. I'm not surprised in the slightest. So, nothing out of the ordinary here. We do see YDB gunning on the Mozzie this time. And Merxy going to sit on that bandit as mute. As Puckle's going to be back on the mute. And as soon as I talk about that Mozzie, YDB Gunning is going to go back on his trusty Valkyrie. We do see a Nomad this time around. We haven't seen the Nomad for a while from Lewis. He's been playing other operators. No, he's not. I'm forgetting. So, dining kitchen. There's no castle here. This is the site. You may typically run a castle. You also may open up this laundry hatch as well. You can have a roamer sit in master and he can just look for anyone coming below. Castle can be very strong because of this laundry hatch. He can castle off master and bathroom and force someone to come through closet. We aren't going to see anything of like that, of course. Castle being a band operator. You see Puckles placing down his jammers is crazy.
5 seconds remaining.
Just going to break those windows there.
Attackers are moving
out. Is he going for a run out or is he just going to throw a cam out? He's going to throw a cam out. He doesn't get detected. So he's going to throw another one as well. Hiding in the ceiling. That's a nice cam. Going to look for anyone. As he's going to do. Ooh. That is a very nice cam actually. As typically with this site, it is a top floor down. Basically cafe just mainly for this site. So we see, do we see any roamers at all? We do not. Actually we do, sorry, I didn't see Chaz before. He's going to run through his study. Is Toby going to be droning as Lewis is just preparing to vault into master? Because come up and actually none of the attackers are nearby there. Lewis just going to be moving up onto Astro. Going to watch out in case Chaz is hiding in that spot once again. It's the Legion of Crazy. Going to sit on Astro Cam as Merxy got the glitch, the spectator glitch where he's holding his bandit battery for everything. As all does YDB going to look away. Possibly the worst time. No, he doesn't. That player runs around and it's also outside. As the Zephyr of Bixer makes his way in to master. Lewis at the top there. All members of Fenix.Pro are in master or Astro, aside from AS who is in bathroom. That's not a typical position. He's got a punch off any late rotates, and anyone making a late rotate, it would be Chaz. Some Habanas getting shot off. That is on into the C4 rip. No, that comes from above. That comes from above. It was breaching charge. Sorry, the vertical comes out as we can see. Chaz making a late flank. And does he see that Nomad player? I don't think he does. I don't think he even hears the Nomad player. So Lewis, without knowing, gets really quite lucky. He didn't bring the breaches, he brought the stuns. It's crazy. He took a lot of damage from above. And Chaz misses some shots. He's going to have to run back to side. Watch out for Flex. Flex is going to find him. The Hibana getting the opening pick of the round with 20 seconds left, and the attackers are in a 5v4. Not the worst position, however, that is a lot of defenders still left. YDB Gunning, though, finding the Thermite of Kalinsky. That is the diffuser dropped as well. Now we will see coming off as YDB Gunning is just going to watch that position. Finds the kill onto just Toby. He's got a double for the round. He's going to flick back. Look for that Nomad. He finds the headshot onto Lewis as well. Can he find any more? The defenders win on time. TSP win 3 in a row. And even though they lost a player early on, YDB Gunning bringing it back to get 3. Fenix.Pro find themselves 3-1 down. We go back to Aviator in games. I'm not surprised at all, unless you really want to go living room, which in that case be my guess. But a similar, an identical setup being brought, when they won this site in round 2. So that would be YDB Gunning on the Wamai, Puckles on the Smoke and Crazy on the Valk. Crazy on the Smoke, Puckles on the Wamai, and YDB Gunning on the Valkyrie. So we'll see if a Merxy can have similar success with that Bandit. He got a 4k in round 2, he got a 4k in round 3, and then didn't find anything in that last round. He hasn't died yet. Of course, we had the rehost and he died in round 1. As we see an identical reinforcement placement, I believe. That shield gets set up for YDB gunning, uses his own one as the Puckles brings the barbed wire as well. So our player to watch for a roam is going to be Chaz. Merxy may make a late flank, as that was what was so successful. Just walking up, none of the attackers suspected it. Are we going to see a similar master take? The attackers have done that every round, so potentially we may see Chaz holding nearby. In fact, we just see him running around living room, sorry. He's actually going to go... Is he going to go for a spawn peek? He's going to look for anyone. It will be Flex. AS, sorry. Keep calling him Flex. Chaz is just waiting. Here comes the run out. Down goes Flex. AS, sorry. The Habana's gone without even getting to use her X-Kairos on this vault wall. Now, the attackers are in a difficult position as we actually see Lewis on the Ash this time. As Spectator Glitch goes to Chaz's point of view. I don't know why I couldn't say that word. Kalinski vaults in. He's going to punch that wall. They're going to double check if anybody is near Astro. Bixer off from the Zephyr onto the Nomad and is going to make a breaching charge. Going to make that bathroom closet rotate much easier. Going to save a lot of time as Crazy is going to be playing in the same position as he played last time. If he goes for a wall bang, he would find that kill, or at least do a significant amount of damage. That drone has now called out his position as that is some potential attempts to wallbang. Spixer, is he going to air jab that? No, he's just going to look for a peek. He does see the Valkyrie peek as the Valkyrie tries to shoot him. Bixer going to play it really aggressively. Down's Crazy as well. The Valkyrie goes down, but Chaz finds Lewis. Chaz rotating up late, gets a kill, or a down at least, onto Bixer. I spectated at the wrong time, switched away. Chaz is on so very low health. Emerxy finds Kalinski as well, and Toby is going to be looking for this cheeky Jaeger. Sees the Jaeger, doesn't land the shots with the down onto Bixer. Chaz picks up that round for TSP. They've won 4 in a row, and it is now a 4-1 lead. The last offense they have left, and it is probably going to be trophy. I'm going to write it down anyway because I can't see it being anything else. Of course, it is trophy. We saw Chaz finally have a very effective round. He's had a few quiet rounds the past few rounds. Sorry, I don't know why my train of thought just left me. My train of thought, as he found, I think 3. If somebody can correct me. Merxy finally finding 1 once again. He actually might have found 4. I think he did find 4. And then Merxy got 1. As Crazy, Puckles and Lewis yet to find a kill so far. As we see AS go from Hibana to Ayana. And we also see Lewis on the Zephyr this time. So him and Bixer have very much swapped the operators as we've seen them the other way around through the first 4 rounds, as we saw Bixer on that Nomad last round. So are we going to see an identical setup? We see the same Maestro placement, we see the same reinforcements from Emerxy, and we also see identical reinforcements from the Jaeger of Chaz. The mute jammer going down games in Aviator Study Doorway. Apologies there. As these walls get reinforced. I can't remember if they were reinforced last time. I want to say no, but this implies to me we are going to see a sort of strong hold in Aviator games. Especially with that Maestro getting placed as well onto the classical double doorway. Onto landings. So I'm expecting a player to play around here. It looks like it's going to be a Merxy, to be honest. I expect Puckles to be back on those red stairs. Chaz actually went for a run out. I did notice that he didn't find anything, and he didn't get hit by anything either. So every player is still on full health. We see nobody holding Aviator. Okay. There's the Ayana of Flex. Chaz is trying to go for the same window jump out. He's going to let AS, sorry, don't know why I keep saying that. He's going to let AS know that he is there. AS going to be careful of that window as it was his downfall last time. Strong push from Phoenix once again into Master. Friendly fire. Oh no, as Toby gets the kill onto Kalinski. That's the thermite down, and of course the one round where AS goes from Hibana to Ayana. Ironically, the thermite gets killed and they now no longer have a hard breach. YDB gunning is going to be in a strong position now.
Bomb located by attackers.
As Vixer going to be proofing in case anybody is holding. He's going to throw an air jab, looking for any astronomy hold. We hear a C4 get ripped. That's from a Merxy. And it doesn't find anything. I think it was thrown to the ceiling. Or got stuck over here. That's another C4. Tags Lewis so very slightly as Crazy gets down. But AS finds the kill onto Chaz. That's like Jaeger down. However, Crazy's downed. Another player's downed after Lewis gets killed. Bixer's been down. As Toby finds the kill onto Puckles. Bixer being down in astronomy. As Flex using that Gemini to maximum usage. Toby still running around below because that Valkyrie of Crazy causing a lot of issues so far. We hear the G36C fire off. As we see it get destroyed immediately. As Bixer's still bleeding out. In bathroom, he is stuck. Do they reckon he's being camped? He's in a safe position so far. Merxy's flanked below. Toby's going to have to get the res off. In fact, he does. AS is where the Valk is. However, he's now stuck in a crossfire. Crazy on one side, YDB gunning on the other. However, Bixer, can he find that kill onto YDB gunning? I think he found a bullet there as he punches that barbed wire. Crazy in a difficult position once again, and now full statuary control is in fact in the hands of the attackers. Oh no, it's gone from bad to worse. Friendly fire-wise, AS gets the grenade onto Toby as well. Down goes AS through the crossfires. YDB gunning picks up the final two. TSP win their defensive half 5-1. It's unfortunate as well. 2 friendly fires in 1 round. It might be, Scope saying, isn't the expression train of thought, never knew it's train? I can't remember. So Fenix.Pro will now defend. A round they potentially could have won, have a 2 friendly fires as Plant was going down. Very, very unfortunate. We see Trophy first, and that supports my statement of saying some people do like to go Trophy as their first site. We do actually see our first Kaid from Bixer. As Toby goes on to the Mozzie. Going to be our first Mozzie as YDB going to switch off of it to Valk. Merxy going on to the Ash from the Maverick. So we just wait for Puckles to load in. There we go. I'm going to flash up the leaderboard after the first half of rounds. We do see Merxy going 9-0. Of course he did die on round 1, however we have rehosted since then. Meanwhile, Kalinski and Toby going 3-5, both top fragging for their teams as Lewis, Puckles and Crazy all yet to find kills. As a Merxy, YDB Gunning and Chaz have very much so far put TSP on their back. You do know that Puckles has been lagging as that caused the rehost, so that might be his current reason why there have been no frags. As we are going to see these 2 windows barricaded. This has become more popular as you can be able to be sat down here without risking being shot from either of these 2 exterior windows. So as I said, it's our first time we get a Kaid as Bixer not actually going to have places yet. I believe he's going to wait. There's not even a bandit on it. Oh, there is a bandit on it. There we go. Bandit on that middle. That is the one you want. So that doesn't surprise me. It has been bandited as we've seen. We just saw actually. Toby shoot above there. It's crazy. He's making bathroom entry already. Looking for any roamers. We have Kalinski. He's going to make his way up main stairs. Not going to find anyone, and AS is roaming as well. That means Toby and Bixer are the only two on site, with the Legion of Lewis playing in a typical Legion position in Astro. As we see Chaz, Puckles and Emerxy all down below and YDB gunning, and it's only Crazy up above. He's outside closet. He's made sure bathroom is clear on the immediate jump in. However, the angle is being watched by the Legion of Lewis. Toby just going to be droning out on his Mozzie drone. Sees where all the attackers are. Well, at least two of them. He sees one's in dining, one's in kitchen. There was some gunfire there. Shot from the Jaeger, I believe. Kalinski has run away. Flex is going to be watching for anyone. Meanwhile, however, Toby going to be watching. Is he going to push up? That'd be quite aggressive. They hear the thermite. Does it go off in time? The Kai doesn't. And that wall has been opened up without the need for a second one. As if we have a look down below. Flex, AS, sorry, the only one on that first floor. Kalinski is in basement. He's going to come up those stairs and... Ooh, Emerxy going to run down, not drone it, and Kalinski finds that kills, puts the defenders up a man, as that was down pantry stairs, so he was obviously going for a flank, acting on that intel they already knew. Chaz is going to have to be careful, as Bixer takes a bit of damage. Was that from Puckles firing? I believe so. Breaching charge, no breaching charges. Those are stuns being brought from the Nomad. Bixer did get downed, however. We see the Legions of Lewis going to watch on that angle by boxes in astronomy. This is a very standard position as Kalinski, he's gone for a lake rotate as well, and Chazza is going to be watching out for Toby. As Toby holding very close to him, however doesn't land the shots, and Chaz repeats it to find his head. Buckles going to be on below half health, however does he see that Legion? He does. He's looking for that rotate. Is he going to find that kill? Chaz finds that kill onto Lewis as the plant goes down from YDB gunning. Chaz on a triple. Crazy gets the bleed out onto Bixer, and it's all left up to Flex, but the C4 from AS wins the round for Fenix.Pro. My, what a C4. The most important job. It's the biggest downfall as they didn't check for C4s. They knew Bandit was below as well, and we've just witnessed AS stealing a TSP round right out of their hands. So we now go to Aviator and Games. So if you're TSP, I don't think you really change much here. You know that they only won because of C4s, as Emerxy was on the IQ. That was obviously the immediate counter. Going to be on to the sledge this time. So I'll just grab a drink, give me 1 second. So, once again, I don't think you change anything if you are TSP. I think you did everything you possibly could, aside from correctly roam clearing, as we saw Kalinski got that kill onto Emerxy, when Emerxy just face checked on that Jaeger, and we saw the Bandit be left alone. They knew he was around there as well. He had fired shots at their positions, however just not acting on the intel there. There's a hole has been made open by bar. That's probably to throw it C4, or this is to impact trick. Sorry, not to throw a C4. It could be to throw it a C4 as well. This is probably going to be to impact trick any thermite charges on either of these four walls. Yeah, my brain just disconnected from my mouth as I tried to speak. Anyway, we are going to see a study take. This is much more the norm, much more the original Villa take for this site, as these four walls are really what your thermite wants to get. Is that a random bandit? It is. Only the one being used from Flex. Has he used any others? He's used two. I'm assuming he's got a vault wall. He has. So we hear the buck of Chaz. Going to be shooting out from below. Could get a S there. Actually can't because he's in a different doorway. The floor getting opened up, but that's in study. That's not in games by Bar.
A bomb has been
So he's not going
located.
to find anything useful with that. Kalinski is going to be roaming once again. He does see a ping, as that's Chaz's, sorry, but I did go to his point of view. As he is going to see a Merxy there, however gets immediate refragged from Chaz. Even though Jaeger got that kill, he was immediately traded out. So the defenders are going to be happy with that trade, as Sledge hadn't used any grenades and Jaeger had placed all of his utility down. Thermite goes off on bar wall, and that's going to force Lewis in a difficult position because he's going to have to try and weave his way around. As we see all the defenders here kind of trapped. Flex as AS going to be watching on that entry. Puckles has now caused the defenders to not be able to hold in 90, as he's just going to shoot through into Vault, where 2 players are stacked up, 3 players are stacked up. Lewis, Toby and Bix are all unable to move. They're going to look for Puckles. There was some gunfire exchanges. YDB gunning, going to be looking for people. So now we're going to probably see a plant from Crazy, as the defenders are going to have to recreate that, but the plant goes down. The C4 from Flex once again finds its target, and once again it's on Crazy the planter. However, the defenders can't do much as they are trapped in, especially now as Puckles is taking down Flex. However, Puckles gets retraded by Toby. The Kaida Bixer cannot land the shots as YDB gunning finds a kill once again. Defenders need to find these 2 attackers, as Chaz is going to make his way around. Toby just getting ready as YDB gunning gets down, and it's all left up to Chaz. Can he find that player? No, he can't, and there's enough time left. This is going to be close, depends on how long ago he started it. It'll be Toby to get this down with 0.6 seconds left. Fenix.Pro win their 2nd round in a row, their 2nd defensive round on Asking. Just Toby coming out clutch there. The defenders were definitely in a bad position. Even though they were in a 4v3, the diffuser had been down and they were all stuck in Vault. Excellent work from Fenix.Pro to weave their way out of that situation. And they are going to be happy with that round, taking it to 3-5. As we do see kitchen dining, your standard 3rd site. We don't expect to see living room at all. We're going to see an identical lineup to what they brought on the last round. The same operators as well. Kalinski, I've got to say, Kalinski getting that kill on the Sledge of a Merxy may have been one of the winning factors, as those grenades, especially as they were all stuck in Vault, would have netted quite a few kills. So as much as Kalinski may not know that, the ability to trade himself for that Sledge possibly could have saved his teammates' lives. So, dining kitchen, your standard 3rd site. The main attacker entry is going to be through Memorial or Laundry. You rarely get any pantry pushes, and you rarely get any pushes from China. So the defenders will be aware of this. They will be aware of any pressure, as the thing with Villa, especially this bottom floor, is a lot of doorways get angles into other doorways. So you can sit in the bike here, right by the doorway. You can look through this doorway into China and look through that rotation. Of course, nobody's going to hold right in this corner. They're mostly going to be behind the boxes and table. So do we see anybody running? We see Kalinski going back down to basement. He's just going to wobble around, and we will look to where the attackers push. We do see a Merxy and Puckles droning Study, so this is going to be a push from Study, going to try and limit any roamers. However, no roamers are on this top floor. They do have to be careful of Kalinski, as he will get anybody upside down repelling or regular repelling on pantry window. AS is just watching that doorway as well. He's behind the sofa. He's going to bolt on it as well. Can he see that head? He finds the counter. Crazy. Beautiful angle working out in his favour. That's the thermite down. And AS has been the thermite killer as he's killed Crazy all the last 3 rounds in a row. 2 with a C4, and that time He gets the kill with his MP7. No roamers on this top floor still. The attackers can work with that. As we've seen once again, we saw it a few times from Fenix.Pro. The planter, or the person with diffuser, well, ironically, it's been Crazy and AS who have both been usually the players on their own when they were attacking. And both times they have been picked off. Puckle's going to be watching for anybody below. However, he's only got to be wary of Kalinski. Kalinski's been playing this position the entire defensive half, and that is the Legion of Lewis just watching that pixel onto the Nomad. The Nomad runs across, however, as we are going to see Puckles and Lewis in a bit of a stare. This is closer to a gunfight we've got right now. As soon as I say that, Bixer gets the down onto Chazza. The flashbang comes out from Puckles. Can he find that kill? Yes, he can, as he finds that one to Lewis. Pushes up, overly aggressive. Can't land the shots as Bixer equalizes, but trades a lot of health for it. However, there is no thermite, and nobody has picked up the diffuser. Defenders may not know this right now because they've got no points. Of course, we got the laundry drop from Emerxy. He's going to do what we've seen an IQ on TSP do multiple times and walk in sight. However, Chaz going to find that kill onto AS. Not going to notice that the floor is opened up above. They're going to see Bixer as well. He's going to be holding Memorial. They're going to see the final player of Toby 2. There's Kalinski. He's going to be on this late roam. He's not going to find anybody as of yet. Is Emerxy walking in sight? TSP and their IQs love to walk in sight as Chaz gets a double kill, finds the kill onto Bixer.
5 seconds remaining.
And Kalinski finds that kill onto Chaz as well. YDB Gunning going to be planting now. As Toby's going to find that kill on him. However, the diffuser is going to get down. He's going to be in a fight now with the IQ of Emerxy's. Emerxy not going to land the shot as Kalinski finds his second for the round. Fenix.Pro take 3 in a row, and now we've seen the momentum shift. TSP 1-5, Fenix.Pro are winning 3s in a row. Of course, they took round 1. I've got to say, Charles going 11-5 to an absolute far. Whereas Kalinski, Toby, and AS definitely the 3 to watch out for on the side of Fenix.Pro. Of course, once again, Crazy getting killed by AS. The diffuser got lost very, very early on. And now we are going to see Trophy Stature as it is freed up. But we are actually going to see our first Maestro for Fenix.Pro. As YDB Gunning did bring it here on this site before. It's going to be Lewis bringing that Maestro this time. As we see Emerxy going back to Sledge from the Maverick. So we'll have to see now how... So this was the site that before from below onto Crazy, who was planting. And unfortunately, that time the plant went down last round. And Toby was slightly too late, however it didn't matter in the long run. As of course we did just see him and Kalinski push Emerxy, and Emerxy couldn't do much, even with the 50 bullet magazine of... So we actually see this right wall reinforced. You often see these left two, these southern two. However, the western wall, the northern wall being done instead. Panel 3, or the bathroom window wall. So, Toby is going to be roaming below, and AS going to be roaming in games. We're going to see Kalinski drop once again. He had a much better roam game last round, and he's going to hope that he can continue his momentum. And 7-7 so far. He had a quiet start to the game, however he's doing much better now. AS Flex, as I said, going to be holding Aviator as we watch the defenders. Going to do what TSP seem to do quite a lot, and that is always push through dining. You have to be careful because Kalinski is down there once again. He's just lurking, waiting for someone to make a mistake, and he will try and find that kill. Buckles walks right over him. They know... Well, Kalinski knows that they're in dining, as we see YDB Gunning, Crazy, and the Sledge of Emerxy now making their way into Fee. AS has been droned out, but Kalinski actually very lucky as Puckles didn't actually see him. He got so very, very close. Now we've got potential standoff as we hear the drone go off. Kalinski is the one to watch here. He could find 2 kills, 1 onto Chaz, 1 onto Puckles. He's just going to be careful. That air jab going to be crucial in giving away his position. He's going to retreat down to basement full of that Jaeger. We see Puckles peeking it now, but Kalinski going up backstairs, up to near China. I don't think there is an air jab on this one. You see the floor get absolutely destroyed. As we see the thermite breaching open the walls. As that is going to be crazy. Upside down repelling this time. And with a minute left and every player still up. Health advantage in the defenders as Chaz has taken slightly more health. Slightly more damage I should say than Bixer. Puckles now making his way towards Memorial. Going to hear that 416 fire as Kalinski gets that headshot through the wall. Nice wall bang to find that Nomad. That's your main counter as a Romat down immediately, especially with no Jackal on the board. They're going to be in safe hands, but Crazy finds that beautiful long shot onto Lewis. And down goes that Maestro, the Elder, an absolute beast. But Crazy takes a bit of damage as well. Not as much as a Merxy has taken, however, as YDB Gunning gets a lot as well, as he's just trying to punch down some barbed wire. Crazies, Kalinski and AS are definitely going to try something. As in goes Kalinski, can he find the head? The crouch spamming from the both of them, and Merxy finds that kill. AS gets one with the C4, Bixer gets the other with the C4, and Fenix.Pro get the cross angle there as Bixer finds one and AS finds the other. The double C4, the double kills with the bullet. Very good round from Fenix.Pro. Apologies there, just dealing with admin things, as we're going to see AVG next as we have equalised this to a 5-5.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
So, Aviator Games, Fenix.Pro won here first try last time. They're going to try and recreate that success. This was the more dominant one and possibly the most influential frag of the round. Came down here in living room. Kalinski walked up, got the sledge of a Merxy who walked along. Chaz refragged him immediately, but of course then no frag grenades left, and with your 3 players stuck in vault, a frag grenade would have been absolutely horrific for Fenix.Pro.
5 seconds left.
So we are going to see a similar setup this time. Kalinski is going to run downstairs as well. He did it last time, he's going to do it again. In fact, he's going to go down to basement again. He really likes that basement. It's not often used except aside from rotations. Kalinski showing why it's such a good position as AS is going to run down as well. Here's the barricade being punched open as it is being droned out by... Is that by the Nomad of Puckles, as AS has run straight out, fed himself to the Nomad, the AK-74, that 40 bullet magazine, tearing the bandit apart, and AS goes down, and Crazy will be relieved because he hopefully won't get C4'd from AS, and he can't get C4'd from AS I should say. However, Bix's C4 is definitely one to watch out for. We've got 4 impact grenades being brought, 2 C4s and 2 bits of barbed wire. 4 impact grenades is interesting because they could have used barbed wire on the Maestro instead, however clearly not wanting that. They're going for the impact wreck. We are going to see if it is successful. It is, as Did Toby down himself, mate, doing the impact trick? He might have been. This thermite is gonna go off this time. Down goes into bar. This is your typical wall because it's your fastest way to plant. Crazy's gonna try and do that, and he's gonna carry on by eliminating all sorts of denial as down goes Bixer. Toby's got to be careful here. He is on 20 health. I don't know why I tried to say 12. Lewis finds himself back on the board. It's been a while. However, he gets an influential kill, killing that planter. Or that diffuser carrier, sorry. And leaving that diffuser all the way outside. And that is in a difficult position to get. However, Puckles is going to immediately refrag him. We are now going to see Toby and Kalinski going to have to try and clutch this round out. Kalinski knows someone's been studying. He's going to eat a few bullets through the wall as Toby is going to be looking for him, and Mux, he's going to look for this Jaeger. We all know he's roughly nearby. The flashbangs go out. The plant goes down. Kalinski goes down. It's all left up to Toby, and he is definitely at a disadvantage. And down he goes. And Murksy finishes thing off, and TSP swing momentum back in their favour, taking it up to 6-5. Match point for map number 1. Scurvy saying it's frustrating to watch everything and see everyone not know. I know it can be really annoying. The outlines are sometimes misleading, especially when you see someone on the other side of a wall in someone's crosshairs. It's pretty tense and kind of annoying as well. Toby gonna bring out our first Echo. Echo, of course, if you didn't know, so still a lot of confusion within the community, is allowed back in. His glitch has been fixed. I'm actually going to bring the Habana. We've seen him on frag rolls. It's interesting to see him on the supportive role. As I believe this is kitchen once again. I forgot to take note. Apologies there.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
It's Aviator Games, of course, because they lost it. So, this time, Fenix.Pro are definitely going to hope that they can win this one out, get it to overtime. They will be defending first on overtime. You see Kalinski reinforce that vault wall. And we see Toby doing these two as well. We see the standard walls reinforced. Who knows what might have happened if Toby hadn't downed himself with that impact shot. Unfortunate, of course, but everyone's done it at some point. So, where are the attackers spawning? In a 2-2-1 kind of spread out. So, potentially some are going to push Marston. They're going to have to contend with the Jaeger Beast that has been Kalinski. Going 8 and 9 as the moment. However, it does look like some people are going to go studying. No roamers aside from Kalinski, of course. We saw Flex, AS, I keep calling him Flex. We saw AS do it last time. Whether he is going to be back on site. Is he going to try and bandit trick? He possibly is, because they know that the impact trick wasn't as successful. Got the first one of Crazy, put his next one down in a good position. Two players once again locked in Vault, and Chaz is going to try and make their life hell. He has taken a bit of damage from doing it, and he's not done a lot back to Vault players. They are still directly above Puckles. Chaz going to move away. We see 2 on 90. Stacking up here. GC4 could do lots and lots of damage. Murksy gonna get ready onto that vault wall. That's why they brought it. I don't think he's placed those Habanas close enough together. And it's actually been Kaid trick. Fair play to Bixer. Over, he's got none left. He's just scared of this. Oh, drone hull exists. Bixer not knowing that Murksy had vaulted in. Murksy gonna call that out, of course. Crazy getting ready to try and Murksy gets down there, and that's from the flank from the man Kalinski. I said he was the roamer. Toby got the kill onto Puckles. That diffuser has been dropped now, as it was Puckles to have it this time. Beautiful shot there from YDB Gunning to find that kill onto that Jaeger, bring it back to a 3v3, even though although the health advantage is in fact in the hands of these defenders. Lewis, Toby, and AS. AS with a C4 as well. They're going to be the things stopping TSP from winning map number 1. Claymore's been dropped. Stuns are all up. As there are 6 stuns left, the attackers are going to have to make the most of this. We hear some gunfire go out as Lewis is going to look for anybody pushing in. Spectator glitch on AS, or is he genuinely just bandit tricking? As he actually heard that, fair play. Toby holding that beautiful long angle. He's going to see that Thatcher of YDB gunning, but going to eat a lot of bullets in return. The bandit trick is not successful as YDB gunning. And just Toby flirting with death against one another. Chaz finds that kill onto Toby. Crazy finds the kill onto Lewis. And Crazy finishes things up with a kill onto AS. TSP win map number 1, 7-5. And I've got to say, fair play to him. However, Fenix.Pro definitely put up a fight when they started defending. They won 4 in a row. TSP won 5 in a row. Fenix won 4 in a row. And TSP picked up the final 2. Let's have a look at the leaderboard. Chaz and Emerxy going 12-6, 12-5 respectively. And we see Kalinski top fragging for the side of Fenix, going 9-10. Very good showing from both teams. A lot of impressive plays, especially the simultaneous C4 from Bixer and AS, and then the simultaneous frags with their respective weapons. The next map is Consulate, and we're going to see Orange Team attack first, so TSP. And there is a maximum 10-minute break, of course, so I will just quickly mute my mic and deal with some admin stuff, and I will be right back. So players, welcome back. Congratulations TSP for winning map number 1. Very close, 7-5. Puckle saying GG in chat. So map number 2 is Consulate. So operator bans here. You usually don't see a mirror ban, of course. This isn't her quote-unquote strongest map. I'm not sure if Fenix.Pro are aware, so I will just DM them explaining what happens. They probably are, to be honest. I've got 312 Discord notifications from starting the stream. I will just message now. Thank you all for watching. If you don't know, this should in theory be the stream that gets me affiliated, so any support that you guys can give would be greatly appreciated. Connor back in chat saying let's go boys, should have been 7-1. Well, Phoenix did give you a run for your money. So Consulate, typical op bans. I'm expecting a Monty ban here. It's TSP, it's Monty. The two despise each other. I don't expect a mirror ban. I do potentially see a Blackbeard ban, as Blackbeard can be very nice, especially for top floor. However, leaving Thatcher on the board may be too dangerous, so I may expect him to be banned. The side of the defenders, you often see a Nomad ban. I forgot about Nomad. You often see a Nomad ban, of course. He's very strong. Deny all those run outs, especially on a map like Consulate where you can run out galore. So what defending bans do I expect? It's probably going to be an Echo, probably a Valk as well. You don't know, you may see the Al-Qaid ban here and there. So it will be interesting to see. Of course, each team has a maximum of 10 minutes to go and warm up. Connor, let me know in chat when you guys want an invite back. But yeah, back to cheeky shameless plug. if you would like to follow, feel free to drop a follow. I stream multiple casts, and any scrims I do will be on this Twitch channel. It'll be then uploaded to my YouTube channel, TinnyPath space TBM, and you can also follow me on Twitter at DylanC14, capital I, lowercase, not lowercase l. So the Twitter is mainly for any sort of notifications. Before I go live, I usually give people a day before when I go live, and usually give the times as well. Of course, as I said, this should in theory be my stream that gets me affiliated, so any support you guys would like to give would be greatly appreciated, i.e. just a follow or just hanging around to boost that average viewer count up. So I've run through all the topics I wanted to talk about, so you feel free to type things in chat. Of course, players will be back in chat now. Feel free to type things in chat and I will respond as quickly as I can. Scurvy saying, see how close it was without Scurvy on support. Well, 7-5 was also the score that when you played support against GG Well Played, it was 7-5 both maps, so just saying. So, Consulate Map 2. I've got to say I'm quite looking forward to it, because I think Consulate is the only map that I've never casted. And I hate the map, so we're interested to see how it goes. I'm just going to do a quick message to self-promo in each server. Thank you all for watching once again. Just doing something. Have you casted Oregon yet? Yes, I did Tyrant Gaming versus somebody else. It was a while ago, it was when it first came out. So it wasn't the best because I couldn't remember any of the rooms. It was Tyrant Gaming. Oh, who were they playing? They were playing Spyrax. They were playing Spyrax. Spyrax have disbanded since then. It was a best of 2. It was Oregon. And then it was Villa, and then the Villa was a bit of a run around, just do funny memes or whatnot. It wasn't taken very seriously, which is always the annoying thing about scrims. You always run that risk with teams not taking things too seriously, and then they kind of waste everyone's time because they don't get anything out of it. The other team doesn't get anything out of it, and then I don't get anything out of it because there's not much I can really cast with it. So. Connor, Scurvy, Puckles, if you are there, you might want to tell your players to finish up the terrorist hunts and get ready to jump back into the game. Scurvy said trying to get you to cast TSP in every map in the pool. It certainly seems that way. Nah, I'm all down for that. I like casting new teams because the way I started streaming was. So I'm also a coach and analyst for teams. So my current team is Urban, so a lot of the things I originally did was my own personal team, which I had people like Jabir, who mods here, which he's not here right now. He said he'd listen to it while he's solo queuing, so gonna shout him out, and then we'll see him in chat if he is. So I used to cast for a privately owned league. Not T-Hunt making strats on Consulate for the first time. I don't blame you. I hate Consulate. My entire team hates Consulate. And by that I mean Red just doesn't like it. I haven't asked any of the other guys. But yeah, so a lot of the thing that I did to practice was just personal scrims. So if a team didn't take it seriously, there's not much I could really do about it. And then I'd have to watch it back, and you know when you hate the sound of your own voice, I'd have to listen to it back, and it's just like, oh dear. So you're making strats on Consulate. I won't give you any of mine. Sorry. Sorry, Scurvy. I'll be interested to see what you pull up in like the 40 seconds you've got left. If you hear me mute my mic, it's because I'm having a drink. I finally remembered to get a drink, because I always get really thirsty by the end of map 2, so finally remembered. Skever saying true heartbreak. So far it seems to be kill 'em all. Strat, I gotta say, normally works well. It does. You seem to be very good at killing people, but Fenix.Pro were as well, so you will have to come back in now. Apologies, Scurvy. Gotta be that guy. So I will invite Crazy now. I know you probably want more time to practice strats. However, I don't want to keep Fenix.Pro waiting for so long, as we've seen AS leave from that side. Once again, thank you all for watching. The only reason I'm sounding like a broken record is because I have run out of things to say. I've spoken about op bans. They're joined back now. Okay, thank you. As Flex, as AS. Oh, I keep calling him Flex. I feel really bad as well. Sorry, AS. So we now see TSP trickling back into the server. So a nice game of Consulate. Going to be interesting to see what happens. Of course, TSP, this is their map, and they also picked to attack first, just like Fenix.Pro did. So both teams clearly deciding that they need to practice their attacks. As YD gunning and Puckle's joined back as well. Probably no substitutions. My batteries are low, so I will just quickly mute my mic. Apologies. Okay, right, I am back. We are just waiting for one of TSP players. We are waiting for... Oh, I feel really bad because my mind's just blanked on Chaz, that's it. We're waiting on Chaz. And then we can jump back into map number 2. So could somebody from TSP in chat please tell Chaz to join? Oh, okay, perfect timing. Speak of the devil. Just waiting for players to ready up. We can jump back in, and then players, you will have to migrate out of chat and off the stream. Waiting for Lewis Bixer and AS to ready up. If you have any questions or anything in chat, then feel free to put them in. If they're appropriate enough, I will read them and answer them. So we wait for Lewis Bixer and AS to ready up. I've just been invited from somebody. I am okay appearing offline, so I don't know why I'm being invited. There's always some. Of course, just waiting for the ready up. It's just Lewis and Bixer. And then we can jump back in. Any prediction for Consular? Unfortunately, as a caster, I'm not allowed to do predictions. I have to be impartial, because otherwise you get all sort of biased claims, and then that's just not fun for anyone. I think it'll be interesting. I haven't seen either of these teams on I've seen... I saw Fenix.Pro play... Who they played? They played Free Elo, I want to say, in the Nevermore quarterfinals. Against Free Elo on Consulate. But Free Elo were very much an attacking sided team. I'm not sure if they exist actually anymore. They might have disbanded since then. I'm allowed to predict. Well, I can't make predictions, you know. Not like I can't. It's in I'm not sure what to expect. Because I haven't had enough Consulate games to predict what's gonna happen. Especially as I've never seen TSP play Consulate, and it was the older Fenix.Pro lineup that played the older Fenix.Pro lineup that played Free Elo, the lineup that had KG. I'm just gonna send 449 messages. Oh my god, I need to mute my friends group chat. I am just gonna message Toby and ask, is everyone ready? I don't want to keep you all waiting any longer than you have to. Of course, that's not fun. So they're just waiting for Bixer. Okay. He'll be 2 seconds. Okay, that's fair enough. Right, let me go back to chat. Connor, I do know that Emerxy's your account. Sorry. I hate to ruin the surprise you had. I'm just gonna refresh my stream. Apparently it's the best roaster move you've ever made as well. You've been kicked for the team from Emerxy. Okay, sure thing. Go on, Bixer. Connor, you put in self-promo your YouTube video, your latest montage, and you were using your Emerxy account. So unfortunately, I'm not inclined to believe that you've been kicked for him. Yep, the selfish plug, I should say. Basically confirms what I thought. We got some support drama between Scurvy and Crazy. As we just wait for Bixer. We all good. Come on, mate. I really am sounding like a loose record. We are just waiting for one, Chaz. I know it can be annoying, but... we're going to spend so long in here. Thank you, Joseph Stalin's uncle, for that lovely statement and description. So this has gone on for a bit longer than's wanted. I'm not sure what's going on. We don't know. It could be important. So I would do any more selfless, shameless plug. I'm just asking Toby now if anything's okay. It's only because if it is something that is very important, I'd be inclined to give him slightly more time. I'm just waiting for Toby's response. And of course, I used up all my... Because I started slightly late, I had... I haven't written a lot of topics to talk about. Okay, Toby has said I can start. We are back in Consulate. So, operator bans. Are we going to see a Monty? Yes, we probably are. Players, out you go out of chat. I'm sorry. I know you're all sad. So, what is the first ban going to be? Is it going to be a Thatcher? It's going to be a Nomad. Okay, another operator I said would probably be banned. We are going to see. It's going to be a Monty ban. If it isn't, I'm going to be so shocked. Oh look, what a surprise. So of course, if you've watched any scrim with TSP in it, you know that Monty and TSP exist on the same map. As I think my stream is slightly delayed to everybody else's. That's fun. Echo going to be banned as well. I said he may be banned. He is very annoying. Anyone has to watch the Further Gaming Dadless versus Apollo game casted by the one. And you can see how important Echo really is. And it's going to be a Valk ban. So all of them are not surprising in the slightest. Okay, we see Fenix.Pro will be defending first. And we'll see where they go. They'll probably go console. In fact, they do. We see a Doc, a Smoke, a Jaeger, a Kaid. We'll see Toby on some. So Bixer clearly is back. We do see a Maestro. They're fairly standard ops. The one that isn't is sort of the Kaid. You don't really run a Kaid for this map. It's usually a bandit for the closet walls, or you just leave them reinforced. You do probably want something on it. So we actually see YDB gunning going from Thatcher to Zephyr. Players in chat, you will have to leave if anyone is hanging around. Scary saying maybe hiding our super OP Monty strats for the league. But don't you want to practice your Monty strat? I'm sure it was Connor who just said we auto ban Monty. So this rotation is extremely large from Flex. From AS. You don't usually see it be the entire wall that gets absolutely destroyed. So I'm just working out what time the delay is. It is about 15 seconds. Okay. We're going to see standard reinforcements coming out from everybody on the defense. We do see the shotgun holes. You often reinforce this left-hand wall and you make a rotate on the right one. So AS basically creating lines of sight all the way across yellow and all the way, if needed, into connector and into default plant spot in console office. So where have the attackers decided to spawn? It's going to be an admin take. That's not a surprise in the slightest, as we see Puckles on the gridlock. Of course, we didn't see a lot of gridlock on Villa. However, she has been buffed slightly. And the general consensus is it's a nice buff. We're going to see Kaid put on those meeting rules. Do we see the other one placed over here? Actually, one of them has been left soft. Okay, that is slightly interesting. And we do see Bixer in what used to be a smoke position. He had a shield and he would sit there and be very, very annoying. However, he's gone more to sit in bathroom instead. Looking for any roamers, it's going to be Kalinski and Toby down in basement. No setup from Toby. So a lot of reinforcements not being used here. So that doesn't surprise me that it's a trial strategy. You see Kalinski run away. Apologies if you can hear my phone. Is my stupid group chat with currently 500 notifications. Anyway, we hear windows getting broken. Crazy on the Nomad window. Gets that kill onto Bixer. Opening kill of the game with a minute and a half. Just less than that remaining. That's a very good pick early on.
The attacker's bomb diffuser has been dropped.
Of course, a big... the reason I called it Nomad windows is it's almost always a Nomad. This is almost always nomaded. And she's always sat on that. Kalinski is running around. He's going to shoot those gridlocks. And did he get shot himself? No, I think Crazy got shot a fair bit instead. Kalinski could have a wonderful flank. However, that shotgun, that hatch being destroyed is going to be what's very annoying. He's going to run away without taking any tracks damage as Toby makes his way up the stairs. We see Puckles now going to pick up the fuser. He's got the smokes to provide the cover. And now we see the attackers very much stalled out in this tiny corridor. Puckles actually just charges into sight. He actually manages to get the plant down. However, YDB gunning gets killed from the older of Toby. Puckles gets that plant down and he's going to get lit up as well. They know roughly where it is. Toby's gotten a double kill so far. Kalinski going to be looking for that Habana. Find the headshot onto a Merxy. As now, can he... Ooh, almost walks into a Claymore. If he turns around, he may see two of them.
Defenders have eyes on the diffuser.
Upside down on that window, we see Crazy. I'm not surprised in the slightest as it's going to be Flex and Kalinski that's trying to peek him. Flex misses the shotgun pellets. However, Kalinski finds the kill. And around goes AS as he gets killed by the Claymore. Chaz gets one. However, Kalinski is planting and Chaz has to rush in. He gets the kill. Chaz mops it all up. And around that the defenders had finally started to win. Chaz came in and caught 3 to clutch the round. And TSP are going to be very happy with that strategy there. Worked wonders for them. Scovey saying if someone repels bar from window, those holes will cut off all rotations. Suppose you mean all those from the last round. All those bathroom holes, I should say, from the last. It's an interesting shout. As I said, it's not something you usually expect, but I reckon that's probably why Fenix.Pro used it. You don't really suspect it, and if you're repelling that bathroom window, while yes, you can cut off rotations, you have to contest with a smoke, who's just going to camp there with the bathroom, with the shotgun in the bathroom, and onto yellow stairs. I guess that's their thought process behind it. As I said, it's a scrim. Everyone's trialing things. So, we are back onto console meeting.
Attackers need to locate and defuse
Same
bombs.
defender lineup being brought as we see Lewis on that dot once again. Didn't have much impact as he got killed. So we're actually going to see the shotgun holes from AS as again, I mean to say.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
These are really interesting because, as you said, Scary, someone can repel on this window.
Bomb located by attackers.
They can look for anyone running past. I guess the hope is they can't see through the walls. However, unless it's like an Ashes of Fear, they could break it open. We didn't see it utilised a lot, so we're gonna... Is that what I think it is?
5 seconds remaining.
It is. Toby, deciding the old is not good enough, or not needed, is going to bring the newly improved ACS-12.
Attackers
Of course, it's now a slug firing. Not a slug firing shotgun. Don't know why I stuttered or my brain just died. It's going to be an admin tip once again, and Merxy's already so very close to where he was last time. As you know, we've seen Connor play a lot of aggressive roles. Now he is on this Hibana. We saw him a few times on it in Villa to spot crazy on the Thermite. Of course, Thermite not the best for this site. However, you usually bring him in case they do go basement. And where is Kalinski? He is going to be the man to talk about. And Toby is once again just going to chill on cams. He doesn't have to do much except do a late flank. As the tracks get shot at by the 416 of Kalinski. And he is just going to run away. We do hear something getting broken. Was those Hibana pellets or was that an exothermic? That was an exothermic. There's one exothermic being used and Bix is in a difficult position because he is very much trapped. He has been droned out. This is what they are used for. The long angle with the Doc ACOG. This is the point of all these holes. As Lewis going to try and get anybody entering to pressure out. The gunner is going to be looking for him, and Kalinski misses the drone and pays for it. Walks in, finds that headshot. Can he find? He actually gets lit up there from the hatch. Was that AS or was that Bixer? That is the question. Now we see the Nomad. The Zafir, sorry, of YDB gunning. He's going to fire some lot of bullets onto Bixer. Bixer's going to have to retreat. He's going to have to play in your typical old smoke position. Freezer is being juggled around. C4 gets thrown out. Can it find anything? No, it cannot. YDB gunning, though, does take a significant amount of damage as Puckles rushes into sight. He is the planter once again. And Chaz is going to be supporting him from below. AS needs to... Oh, what an impact grenade there. Who threw that? Toby with the impact grenade. And then to finish him off. Fair play to him. As he's thrown that through the hatch. My, what a grenade. And now Lewis gets his first kill of the game. Find the kill onto Crazy. And it seems the attackers are very much stalled out now. YDB gunning in a standard position. However, and Merxy going to kill off that Maestro as Chaz makes his way up Spiral. There's 15 seconds and they need to plant. The smoke shield going to light. Oh, good shot by Chaz, but Lewis finds one onto a Merxy. The Hibana's down. They need to plant. It's going to be the Zafir planting as Chaz is very much going to try and cancel this out. However, the shotgun from below isn't going to find anything, and Toby doesn't see them in the end. He sees it too late. And then Merxy, as Lewis is on very low health, and YDB gunning can just upside down rappel. That is why these windows are so very, very strong if you get a plant down. And Chazza is now going on Spiral stairs. So Lewis and just Toby, they're very much... They've got about 20 seconds to find 2 kills and defuse. As down goes Toby, doesn't see the buck of Chaz. However, Lewis gets that kill onto him. He knows the last one's going to be outside. It's in such a good position. YDB gunning. He's very much got this round in the bag. Yes, he does, as it is timed out. He's going to rappel on down, except he's not. Just going to wait for time, and TSP win their second attack round out of 2. They're going to be very happy with that, as even though it almost fell apart from those beautiful impact grenades. So go over talking about the setup that Lewis used and satisfied how he got a kill. As we're going to see Consul again. Of course, you're not playing this to win, you're playing this to perfect your strats, and I've got to say, Phoenix are very much committed to what they're trying to do here. Lewis is going to be on the Bandit. Is he going back to Doc? Yes, he is, and there is a fuse from Crazy as Puckle goes to Gridlock. Goes from Gridlock to Thermite, as I'm trying to speak. They probably expect an Aviator hold now, and if they didn't, they have a lineup that could deal with basement. You're going to have to Maverick trick, of course. Other than you won't, because they don't have Gridlock anymore. Just ignore what I'm talking about. Pure waffle from me, please. There. We're going to see this ACS-12 make that rotate. And it's good to see Phoenix are definitely adapting. They're making a lot of changes, but keeping the core of their strategy the same. They are convinced that this this angle will work. So they're going to keep using it, but they've made changes such as making the rotation and connect the doorway, not making the rotation in meeting.
5 seconds to insertion.
I can't remember if they had this hatch popped
Attackers must locate
or
and
not.
defuse the bomb.
What is that
Diffuser has been dropped.
hole for? Is that just a mistake? It might just be a mistake. Are we going to see admin once again? Yes, we are. Expect the Merxy to sit on this window. As Kalinski going to roam once again. Toby's going to chill in basement, and it's been working out for him, so I can see why he wants to do it. That hatch has been popped once again. So we're going to look for Crazy to get a fuse kill on Flex. Flex is definitely going to have to be careful now. Out pop the hockey pucks. The ADS gets one. The destruction from the fuse, however, shield's gone. However, AS can just relax back in that window. Chances are Crazy's not going to do it again. However, Crazy is not done just yet. He's going to use all four to his advantage. Only one goes, only a few bunch, but it ruins the bottom of this. Allows Lewis to rotate in. It is very, very dangerous, as somebody can now see him easier. As the ADSs have, all the ADS has been burnt. All the ADSs have been burnt by Crazy, and he's still got one left. He's still got a cluster charge left. Use of that buff as YDB Gunner is just going to be droning as a Merxy makes his way through. As that is a grenade and a half if that can land. It gets zapped by the ADS. Okay, not all were burnt. I think they're all burnt now. They are. Okay. And I don't think a Merxy realises this, so he's not going to use his other frag just yet. So Bixka is in a safe position. Console windows, it looks like it's going to get opened up as Bixka makes the most of his position, wide peeks it, and gets that kill. As Puckle's now going to be trying to shoot him instead. Lewis goes down to Crazy. He's on those windows. He finds AS as well. However, Crazy's reign of terror is ended early as down he goes to Bixka. Kalinski with the roam gets immediately refragged by Puckles, but not before Chaz goes down as well. Puckles not going to land the shots there. And Bixka with a triple for the round. Knows there's one nearby. Can he find the shots? Beautiful shots onto a YDB gunning. Bixka ends it with a 4K for the round of Fenix.Pro, perfecting that strategy on their third time of asking. So, where are we going next? Of course, it is Garage, or yeah, Garage and Cafeteria. We're going to see a Castle, as he's not banned this time, so Toby going to make the most of the FBI operator. Very strong operator in my opinion, however, a lot of people hate him, especially players, because he's not got the best weapon in the world. Puckles is actually going off the Ash here. We saw him use it against GG Well Played on Cafe to moderate success, and he goes back on the Fuse because Crazy had such a good time using it before. Let's say Crazy's cluster charges were all in a very, very good position, as he was able to burn off 5 out of the 6 ADS charges,
Attackers need to locate
and
defuse
the last
as
one
many
being
bombs as they
used
can.
by Connor with his frag grenade. So here we go. We are going to see an interesting rotation here. This is not something you see every day, as Toby is going to demonstrate here. Going to make a run in one, and that is very nice to fit with your castle set. This is the one site where you often may see a mirror. However, it's not being brought.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
Nice bulletproof camera there from Toby. So that's going to see through the window onto yellow stairs, I believe. I think it should. Yeah.
5 seconds.
So yeah, this is really the only site mirror is used on.
Attackers are moving to defuse
And
the
you can,
bomb.
this is a very nice position, in fact. You often put the reinforcement on the other side and put a mirror on it, shoot holes either side. Is that Kalinski going for a run out? No, it's not. He is just going to sit on yellow stairs. He has been enjoying the roam recently, so it makes sense for him to continue doing it. Here we have the standard garage
Attackers drop
of
the diffuser.
Consular. They're going to look for the Kaid.
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
Panel 3, which is the right one I'm looking at now, is the one you want to get first, then you want panel 1. And panel 2 is usually kept solid. This is actually going to play in that rotation. You often see smoke on pipes, however, here come the hockey pucks, raining terror from above. And if that wall was open, that would have worked really, really well. And was an impact thrown out there by Bixker? No, it wasn't. Nitrous, sorry, I mean. No nitrous thrown, as he's got the only plant denial, aside from the smoke grenades. Toby is actually roaming here. This is not something you usually see with the castle. However, Toby showing that any op can roam. As Kalinski gets the first kill off the round. Where is Kalinski? As he is in console. Was that on to yellow stairs? It was a drop down. The bullet holes there working out for the Jaeger. And the Fenix.Pro player is just going to drop. However, Chazza is not going to see him in the hatch. Down goes the Buck, a vital operator for this site. To see him go down is very disappointing for the side of TSP. However, they have Maverick tricked panel 3 and they have opened up panel 1. But ooh, that is nasty from the dock of Lewis. He is just going to get that kill onto a Merxy. And it was a good pick to get Puckles down early. Only managed to use one cluster charge him. Now you've got to see the Thatcher missing the shots. AS finding that kill onto Crazy. He's actually going to move up. And he's actually going to move incredibly close. As does he know that the diffuser has been dropped? Is you beginning in a 1v5? Fenix.Pro showing how strong their basement setup is, as it's having a lot more successes now. He is in a difficult position. He is most likely going to be crossfired from multiple directions. Doesn't know where he's being shot from. I think it is the dock of Lewis in a very, very nice position. AS just going to try and bait out the bullets there. And is he going to land the shots? YD gunning. I think he's accepted that he may not win this. They're just going to rush him now for kills, because why not? Down goes Bixer. Can he get the kill? Can he get the kill onto AS as well? He gets the down on both. Only gets the kill onto AS as Bixer crawls away, and Fenix.Pro showing their basement strategy is definitely one that is working out. They win their second round in a row, but Garage on their first time of asking, that is crucial, considering it took them 3 attempts to win console. We are going to see lobby now, and this is where you'd expect to see a castle. So Toby most likely going to be the player bringing it. And yes, he does. Blackbeard being brought by Puckles. Blackbeard, a very nice operator. This is one of his better maps alongside Coastline. Merxy goes off the Blitz, and we're going to have a 6 pick from Castle to Legion. Toby going to be using that Legion as a Merxy goes Tease to Glaz, and it's gone back to Hibana. Interesting to see Connor on a more supportive role, so to speak, as he has been known as the Fragger, playing a lot of Ash and IQ in their previous scrim.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
So of course, this is the castle site of Consulate. I'd like to think most maps have a castle site. This is actually chill implement, as we see AS making those shotgun holes from below. We've had 4 rounds and it's been very good from both teams. A few rounds that maybe Phoenix should have won in the first 2. Specifically round number 1, they had the advantage and it just sort of crumbled. The Kaid goes, the Kaid places his gadget now on this left-hand wall, trying to get both walls. In fact, he does. So we actually see Bench's wall reinforced by AS. So, where is Kalinski? Is he going to be roaming? He is roaming down basement, as Toby is going to be on the top floor. He does have a weapon out. This is just a spectator glitch. As you can see, his goo and weapon is actually... does hear that an attacker is on that window. And that is the Blackbeard, and that is a very good decision to walk away, as Blackbeard is one you don't want to contest with on a window. The goo gets thrown there. I don't know if Puckles saw it or not. It's just Toby is basically going to look for anybody on Skylight. I don't think he knows it's a Blackbeard, but he does need to be very careful. So that is the operator you don't want to see, especially as Crazy is right behind as well. However, Toby shoots some bullets at that barricade, but almost pays with it with his life. So we're going to see Kalinski just doing what he seemed to do multiple rounds now. That is just sneak around on basement and then come up these stairs. He is going to go straight to the top floor, expecting somebody there waiting, and Chaz is going to see him. However, Kalinski, both of them about to start crouch spamming, but although Kalinski nearly dies, he gets rid of that buck, and that is an operator that is very good to get rid of, especially on this site. Of course, almost the entire floor, but the entire floor above both sites is soft. I just realised there's these awkward spaces here, but I digress. Right, let's get back to what the round at hand now. And Kalinski and Toby. Toby has been stimmed up. Kalinski too.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
So Lewis just saving one for a future teammate. And we do see the Blackbeard of Puckles. You don't really want to peek that, as Kalinski thinks better of it. And they run back down basement. The flashbang goes off as Zafia of YDB Gunning has gotten down there, has stacked down there as well, I mean to say. Puckles with that face shield is very much not as much of a threat as he used to be. Kalinski's roaming upstairs once again as Emerxy finds the kill onto Lewis. The dot goes down. However, he did use 2 of his stims, but that means Kalinski is now permanently on about 20 health. He's going to rotate up spiral stairs now, but there's a fear of YDB Gunning is going to find Flex. Bix is going to peek in, and they know he's around there. Down goes Bixer. The kite peeking, something he maybe shouldn't have, as Crazy is actually getting the plant down, as Puckles is going to get in a gunfight, but Kalinski's going to win it crucially enough, as now it's Toby and Kalinski, both on very low health. The weird gun of this SMG. Kalinski is just going to slowly make his way around. YDB Gunning looking for anybody nearby, and Merxy just going to pop that window as he's going to jump out as Kalinski goes down to YDB Gunning. He's got a triple kill for the round. Toby going to walk up these stairs as YDB Gunning just unaware, just looking around, pre-firing, and Toby's going to know he's nearby. Doesn't spot that drone and pays for it with his life. The ACOG of Zafia working out as YDB Gunning turns things back in TSP's favour with a very nice 4K there. Let's go over saying, well, now we can see how good TSP can improvise. I'm not sure what round you're on about there, but I have a feeling it was before this round just gone, so clearly FP were doing a much better job then. We are going back to console. They want to perfect that strat, and Toby on the Vigil. Is he going to sick pick back to the castle? That is the question. As we see the same lineup as Emerxy goes from Ying to Farmer. It's going to be a Vigil to another operator on to the Maestro. Toby back on that Maestro, as we see Emerxy this time on the Thermite. So TSP switching the Harbreacher roles around. It's now on Emerxy or Connor Huddo, who is usually their fragger. However, he is not for this map, at least. You've seen him on the Maverick as well, scrims. I've never noticed this in Consulate. I know they are going for a similar setup, which is the reason I'm talking about. All this unused space. You could have cheeky cubby. So that'd be kind of interesting. Anyway, enough about me talking about the map geography. So I'm expecting to see a similar lineup to what worked last time, and we see, I think the core feature of this strategy is these bathroom walls being opened. That's not something you see every day, so the fact we're seeing it multiple times shows that that is the main point of this strat. It seems that whoever's come up with this is wanted to work with Doc's ACOG to create very nice long angles onto any entry into Visa. As you'd usually expect, any plant is usually on this side an admin take and then into meeting. It's so very difficult to breach into the fortress that is console. Although you might not think of it, as it's got 2 massive windows, the fact that all these sightlines can be opened up, someone can sit in closet, makes it very annoying. And this is the site you usually want to bring a Blackbeard on, so it's interesting we aren't going to see that, as we're going to see Kalinski roaming once again. Toby is once again in basement as well. Has any attacker entered the building? No, but Crazy is going to be droning it, and Puckles gets into a bit of a firefight there with Kalinski, but no harm done as nobody actually lands any bullets. Kalinski has to be careful as YDB gunning actually repels up, so never mind. Kalinski, does he drop? No, he's going to see Puckles, and just neither of them are going to land shots. They're both taking to similar health. They both exchange a few bullets. Kalinski just going to shoot and retreat again. He is going to be safe to rotate up, however, Puckles is watching this, and he is going to light up that walls. Does he find Kalinski again? I think he does not. No, he doesn't. Kalinski flirting with death here. Just trying to pistol one tack to bait out that position. Wasting time as less than half the round is remaining. As Toby is once again still in basement. And he's once again using that shotgun. The defenders are very much in a similar position, but Kalinski tries once more, but Puckles isn't having it this time. Finds that kill, the Jaeger goes down, but the Gridlock did have to use all of her gadgets. So we see one on Visa, and I believe two used somewhere around. It's definitely the second there. Don't know where the last one has been used. So actually Puckles is going to find Toby there, as Toby sat on cams. Or he may have had a firefight. However, both roamers have gone down, especially as the dot going down as well. But a beautiful headshot from Bixer onto a Merxy. Chazza got that kill onto Lewis, and Chazza is also down. AS is going to sit in the smoke so nobody can safely push him. The next gas grenade goes out. It's going to gas Chaz, surely. How does it not? Puckle's going to push in, be hyper aggressive. Is he going to be able to find Bixka? Bixka going to take a few bullets but do a few back, and the smoke peaks that, which I don't think he should have, as it's now all that left is that smoke. And Puckles, did he get the ace there? No, he didn't. He got the 4K. Chaz stealing his ace. His TSP finished their attacking half 4-2. They're definitely going to be happy with that. So saying that was round 3 because they took a bottom for lineup. Yeah, okay. I see what you mean now. So, our first half has been completed for this second map. We now get to see how TSP defend. So they are going to go to console first. I think Phoenix have definitely learnt some valuable information about their strats that they've brought. We're going to look at the leaderboard. Kalinski going 7 and 5, the same as Puckles, except Puckles has 3 more assists. Every player has a kill so far, but Merxy and AS both bottom fragging at the moment. So we are back on console. We are going to see probably, I don't think we're going to see an identical strategy. No, YDB gunning is on that dock. Key strategic feature. Is Puckles going to do the same thing? No. This is what you usually expect. You reinforce this left wall. You sometimes reinforce this corner wall as well, which we do in fact see. And then you make a rotation here. And the smoke or mute player, it depends which one you have, is making that shotgun holster there and making this rotation. They can throw smoke grenades or C4s up into Skylight, which can net you a few valuable kills early on.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
So we are going to see a very conservative positioning so far, as Chaz is the only one who's not on or nearby site. I do expect to see a few more players run around, but Crazy and Merxy, they're a bit too close for my liking. As, oh, Crazy takes a bit of friendly fire. I feel like last time I saw TSP play, no, this was a different scrim, never mind. As we start a few bullets from Chaz, he did seem to look for a few there. He actually broke that slightly above the window. Of course, those 2 windows in piano being pre-fired, not a surprise right there. As we see a much more normal positioning is actually... There's a mean puncher there. As, ooh, Crazy, what were you doing, my friend? Peeking something you shouldn't have most likely, as that was a free kill for Lewis. Where is Lewis? That is the thing. He's all the way down. He must have walked up Visa. Ooh, Chaz takes a L85A2 bullet to the body. And he is going to have to definitely rotate back up to yellow. That's exactly the normal positioning we'd expect after being lit up. However, this position from YDB gunning is really stopping the attackers pushing down this main lobby. Down along desk, the smoke grenade come down. That is very early. Very, very early for the Puppy. As Kalinski's going to open up the default wall. Jazz has actually been down from just Toby. Did he go for something else, or did... Where was that? Not sure where that was. I'm trying to find the body. I can't. Floors being opened up. Kalinski is just getting ready. Holding some nice long angles into console. You will see in Merxy most likely. That doxed him. Going to come out very important. However, YDB gunning with that MP5 isn't going to miss that headshot onto Kalinski. The diffuser has been dropped. It has been picked up by Bixer. But Puckles misses the shots onto Lewis. Lewis going to pull out the goo as well. That's his double kill for the round so far. Oh, the bullet holes. Dirty, dirty from Merxy. The bullet holes there working out. He kills the sledge of Lewis as well. He's now going to be holding sight, and YDB gunning is going to be forced down to yellow stairs with Toby and Bixka lining up at the top of brown desk. AS Flex was the player who forced that movement from YDB gunning, as Bixer gets that kill onto a Merxy. Sight control in the favour of the attackers, as this long angle is being used once again. However, it's much closer. The doc of YDB gunning, he does get lit up by AS with his assault rifle. He's upside down rappelling on that window. He's going to go back down to the ground floor. Toby just going to wait for that doc to peek, as the Ash going to fire some bullets with her R4C. Going to see who lands the shots, and it's going to be Toby. Fenix.Pro will start their attacks off the same way TSP did and pick up the opening round. We are heading on to the next one. I expect to see that site again. We do, as that is console once more. Again, scrim. Teams are trying to practice strats, not trying to win, so to speak. So every result you have to take with a pinch of salt. So we see an identical lineup, except Merxy's on the Maestro. This is really interesting to me, because the Fragger is on the Maestro. I don't know if it's just for this map. However, you don't often see that, but Rome with it, and he is on entry this round. However, roles between attack and defense do switch about. If you look at Fenix.Pro, Kalinski plays hard support, hard breacher on attack, and is definitely the Jaeger player, or the main roamer on defense. We're going to see the same shield get set up, as clearly TSP don't think that was the issue. Probably the losing a player very early on without having much impact, as Chaz and Crazy went down far too early for my liking, especially for TSP's liking. Puckle's gonna do the regular smoke setup once more. We're gonna see shotgun holes here, and we are going to see
5 seconds to go. Attacker's objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
So we are going to see Toby rappelling up onto the roof now. He's going to pre-fire down into piano. That's what you would expect. Those walls getting opened up, and Chaz is going to be the Jaeger who's got to watch out for that Ash. He's going to punch the barricade but not be able to see out, and that Ash is very much the target of a run out. Barbed wire getting placed down very late in the round, and the reinforcement has yet to be used. Merxy on that Maestro going to be using that Alder to his advantage, getting the long angle now into meeting. Meanwhile, Crazy playing quite far up in admin. That's quite risky, especially as you've got Kalinski, and he's been droned out by 2 drones. He's going to place a goo mine and retreat down into copy. He's gone to vending, now into console waiting, and he finds that kill onto Kalinski. That is the thermite down. However, thermite not really needed for this site, so it's not the end of the world for the attackers. Meanwhile, Chaz though finds the kill onto Lewis. And that is the sledge gone as well. So now the kills are starting to rack up in favour of TSP. And they are going to be very comfortable in this round. They lost their first attempt to defend here. And they're definitely going to potentially win this one, as they've got all the kills in their favour as well. As we see all three attackers currently outside. I'm wrong. AS is in Visa. So none of them are really in the building, so to speak. Very close to exits. As Bixer has picked up the diffuser and he is now in admin. Going to be droning out to copy, and he will know now that the defenders are very near sight, aside from Chaz. AS has to be careful here. He is known his position as a Mercs. Merxy takes a significant amount of damage, down to about 15 health. However, the stim from YDB gunning is going to be appreciated for him. Toby now in copy, with Bixer still stuck in admin. That wall did not get opened. However, a very nice grenade potentially being thrown here onto Puckles. However, it's not going to land. But Chaz knows the Maverick is down there, and AS takes a significant amount of damage. UDB gunning does find that kill onto Bixer, and he gets stimmed up from himself as well. Toby finally uses a breaching charge, gets rid of that shield, and him and AS are going to have to find all 5 members of TSP. So they stack up now in the hallway and the console front office. YDB gunner is going to be Toby, is going to kill onto Crazy, onto Chaz, sorry. He finds the double kill onto gunning as well. The Merxy goes down to flex, however the defenders win on time. TSP take this up to a 5-3 lead. We are going to a garage cafeteria for the 9th round now. First thing other than console, as we see a Capcan, that's probably going to be sick picked here. Does that look like a delayed pick? We're going to have a first look at IQ as well, as Lewis takes on that operator. As we see the Capcan get sick picked to Bandit. The IQ also going to be sick picked to Buck as well, and YDB gunning does in fact go to Maestro instead.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
So we'll see how Fenix.Pro did. We are going to see a Mozzie here this time. Don't believe it was brought when Phoenix defended here. We'll see Crazy doing that panel 3 as well. YDB gunning, instead of putting a bulletproof cam that we saw the Castle of Toby place, he's going to place that Maestro there instead. That's going to look onto the yellow stairs.
10 seconds left.
So, looking at the roam game, it's going to be Chaz once again. However, he's going to be placing his barbed wire much earlier in the round, as the Mozzie of Puckles goes and sits in piano. Going to rotate probably towards this front desk, and we're actually going to see a barricade there from Merxy onto the standard double door by security, which you usually expect. Interestingly, no Thatcher being brought, even though he's on the board. AS bringing the Maverick instead. Kalinski back on the Thermite 2. As we are very much going to see a top floor, top to bottom clear, starting out on this top floor, as Toby's going to be droning it. Lewis is droning it as well. However, what they're going to notice is the only roamer is Puckles, and he is only on the first floor. However, as soon as I said that, I noticed Chaz is chilling in basement archives. As we see the Maverick, we're going to start Maverick tricking now. The Legion does see the feet of the Maverick. However, panel 3 gets opened without difficulty, as there was no denial brought, which is a very risky play. Kalinski's going to drone in, and Crazy is very much going to try and find a kill. He's going to play quite far up. However, he's got an ADS to support him if any grenades from the Maverick of AS get thrown. We do see a late roam from Puckles. He's going to try and look for a defender, and he's going to see that Ash. However, does he see the other operator? No, he doesn't. The Buck with the quick refrag. Toby sat on his drone, and Lewis, when he's supposed to be covering his Ash player, does not. It's very unfortunate. However, Kalinski mixes things up by finding the kill onto YDB gunning. We do see panel 1 opened, and that is the ideal panel destruction as you keep this middle barrier. And Merxy, though, gets out-peaked while on dot. Kalinski with a double for the round. Is he going to get a triple? No, Lewis gets that final one onto Crazy. It's now all left up to Jazz. He's in a 1v4 against some very high health members of Fenix.Pro. Jazz most likely knows this round is going to be very, very difficult to win. Or he could find a kill down to the player in piano, or main, sorry. Finds that kill onto Bixer, and he is going to run out. However, the crossfire comes out, down he goes, and Fenix.Pro win their 4th round to take things up to a 5-4. Kalinski with a triple kill for the round. As we have a disconnect. That's always great. Not sure if we're going to have a rehost yet. We will. Okay. I will just mute myself while I deal with that. So we now just wait for all players to rejoin. As we jump back in, we go down to cafeteria or garage, as it's more usually known. We are going to see our first look at Goya, and Puckles will be playing that. Players, if you're on chat, you do have to leave now as we jump back into the map. Still 5-4 in favour of TSP, as Puckle is going to 6-pick from that Goya. And it will be on, as Consulate is a very good map for long angles. With his ACOG, he is very, very useful. We're going to see a lineup brought by the attackers. We've seen multiple times. And the defenders are going to bring a very similar lineup once again. Buckles finally loads in and we can jump back in to round 10 of Consulate.
Locate and defuse bombs.
So kind of sad we don't get to see Goya. It would have been nice to see an operator we haven't seen today yet. However, we are going to see Doc once again. Are we going to see this rotation that Toby did on the castle when Fenix.Pro defended here? Only time will tell. Probably not, as I can see Crazy making standard rotations with his impacts. And YDB Gunner has brought barbed wire instead. The second one goes out in security. So yeah, we won't see a rotation here.
10 seconds to go.
Buckles though going to bring the punch holes.
5 seconds left.
And this is what we saw Lewis do when Fenix.Pro defended here. He was sat on this desk with his ACOG, just using that long range to his advantage, picking off any attackers outside the garage. So we are going to see a top floor clear. The only resistance that Fenix.Pro are going to find is a Merxy. He's back on the bandit and he's just going to open that barricade, which Bixker is prone outside. I think AS did walk into the Kaid, either that or he hurt himself with a grenade. It does look like he's... We are going to see a standard Maverick trick because no Thatcher being brought once again from Flex. And Chaz is going to be very close. He is going to be droned out here by some drones. And that player on the window, which is the Sledge, I believe. It is the Ash, sorry, of just Toby. Toby going to get that beautiful wallbang headshot through the wall onto Chaz. But meanwhile, Crazy finds the kill onto Kalinsky. That is the thermite down, and he didn't even get to open up. Default. How's he been killed? He's on the yellow stairs, got the elevated perception down. So now the attackers are in a lot of trouble. They've got no help with breaching as they've lost their hard breach. The roamers have scurried back down towards basement. Merxy though is somewhere around and I haven't been able to find him. He's chilling in V, so going to use this long angle down into benches or potentially flank later on. Two of the defenders are in this position as it is Bixer and the Sledge of Lewis. Merxy though going to rotate up the top floor. So YDB Gunner going to reload the older as Puckle's going to be holding that very nice angle. Crazy though is going to do a potential late peek as the Maverick trick works out and there's a Fear or Ash charge. I think it's 2 Zephyr charges. One Ash. The final Ash has been used. Okay. Vertical coming out, a very important aspect of this site, and it's going to be Bixer and the Sledge of Lewis. They're going to be destroying all of the floor and make defenders really have to position themselves around a lot. Buckle's going to use this ACOG to his advantage. He's going to spot, is that AS just charging on in? Meanwhile, Lewis has been downed and he gets finished off by a Merxy. Crazy gets that kill onto AS. It's now a 2v4 with Toby and Bixer, the only ones left alive. They've got to find now 3 members of TSP as YDB Gunning goes down. Bixer finds that kill onto a Merxy and he sees the feet of Crazy. Crazy though gets a nutty headshot there. Down goes Bixer. He's going to use the time to his advantage. The Doc stim misses as Toby walks into a goo mine, doesn't have time to plant, and TSP take it to map point. So we are on round 11 of 12 of regular play. However, this will only go to the 12th round if Fenix.Pro manage to win this one out, and it's going to be console. They won it the first time they tried to attack it, but they lost it the second time. So they're going to hope for their round 7 successes. As we see the 6th pick from Emerxy goes off the mute onto the dock. He was on the bandit, didn't have much of an impact. He did get that 1 kill, with Crazy getting a 3k. Crazy had made some interesting decisions this defensive half, so after the rehearsal, it's nice to see him go back and get some fragging potential.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
So we are probably going to see a similar setup to what won them around 8. So not some weird setup that we saw from Fenix.Pro, which involved destroying this wall and making the rotate at the bottom right. I'm actually going to reinforce these 2 walls once again. So we are going to see Chaz this time. Chaz and YDB Gunning have swapped roles for round 8 from what they were playing on round 8, I should say. So YDB Gunning going off the Maestro onto the Jaeger with little Chaz, deciding that he wants to use the older instead. We are going to see standard reinforcements coming out. Crazy placing his goo mines. Most likely in the same positions he put on before. He did play very aggressively in admin last time and got Kalinsky as that Thermite was just trying to breach in. Why did we kind of doing that default wall? Nothing to be surprised about. The attackers forming up an interesting formation, but it does look like they are going to end up making an admin push. Of course, that is the most common push. So we are going to see them come from this direction. It's going to be Bixer droning it out for Kalinski's. Are they going to push through Visa? It seems that way, and especially with the buck of Lewis, definitely going to help out taking this Visa control. Any rumors they've got to worry about? No, they don't. All 5 members are up top. Actually, I lie. I just see YDB Gunning, who's gone down to the bottom of Visa. He's going to be looking for a late flank up Visa stairs. However, if the Visa stairs wall gets breached, as it looks like it currently is by Kalinsky, he's going to have a lot of issue trying to re-rotate. Crazy made another very aggressive push as the wall gets breached open. However, he's got himself trapped in break room. Bixer and Kalinsky both know he's around. They are going to have to be extra careful as Kalinsky stopped the animation to try and support Bixer. However, Crazy has been droned out. He is going to run now, and ever the missed shots from Bixer is going to allow Crazy to get away with about 80 health, and he's already made it down onto yellow, so he's clearly moved very, very quickly. Someone's down in piano, and that is Toby on the Ash. So we'll just scroll down. Now he is going to be peeking now. He knows somebody is nearby. He probably hears the Legion rummaging around on those stairs. As Kalinsky finally opens up that default wall, and we are going to see there's a fear of Bixer holding that long angle, using the 8's advantage, but he holding default sofa position. Buckles watching the flank now as Chaz is going to deal with anybody coming up the stairs as Toby has had to reposition, and AS Flex is going to be throwing the grenade up. The ADSs will burn it. Bixer goes down, however, as the grenade goes off too. However, Crazy is refragged, and Merxy got that kill, but Toby got the kill onto Crazy. So they've lost the Legion, but the attackers have lost the Zafia. Toby's got a double kill for the round, as he then finds that kill onto Puckles. Smoke having to drop to escape death. And then Merxy gets taken down as well, and all of a sudden the attackers are starting to bring this one back. YDB Gunning and Chaz left in a 2v4 of Kalinsky planting is looking very difficult. YDB Gunning goes down, however little Chaz refrags onto just Toby. That means it's a 1v3 with the diffuser down, so he's got about 30 seconds to find free kill and get the plant down. It's not going to work. Off goes his head as Kalinsky finished that round with a headshot, and FP take it back to 5 in their favour and 6 in TSP's favour. We are going to the last round of regular play. If TSP win this out, they win the match. However, if Fenix.Pro win this out, they take it to the 3-round overtime. As we are looking for console once again. And TSP are desperately going to need to bring this out. And you know that it's desperate when they bring the clash. The horrible character that is that shield operator is definitely the most toxic operator they could pick. Puckles is going to 6-pick off that smoke. He is going to go on to the Wamais. And Merxy now going to go on the Maestro. As Kalinski goes off the Thermite to the Hibana. They are probably expecting a console hold to decide there is no use bringing that Thermite.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
So, we are probably going to see a very, very similar lineup. It's been an interesting decision from TSP to put their fragger on the supportive role. So, Merxy hasn't really fragged out as much as he usually has. Which means it's usually been Chaz who has been YDB gunning, having a few goes himself, especially on Villa. So, we are going to see standard reinforcements coming out from the side of TSP. They are going to look to close out this game right now. No smoke being brought, so nobody probably going to play in bathroom. They've brought 4 impact grenades, but 2 have been used, 4 barbed wire and 1 deployable shield. Whereas the attackers have brought 6 flashbangs, 2 frag grenades and 6 breaching charges. We're going to see default admin walls get breached open, and it's going to be Chaz who's waltzing up on that clash. They're going to call out the clash has not been sick-picked, as that is Bixer droning, and that's going to warn the attackers that maybe they shouldn't push into admin. YDB Gunner is actually going to push down Visa stairs. That is a very risky play, however he actually decides to go down to basement. None of the attackers are nearby. He's very much in a safe position. However, Crazy is the opening pick, and Fenix.Pro get their first kill of the round. That is Lewis from... was he on Break Window? I believe so. Lack of awareness potentially there from Crazy, and the Legion goes down without putting a lot of goo mines. And that is going to really hurt the defenders. Bigs are currently looking for said goo mines, which has just being as annoying as can be. As Puckles going to be using the Wamai shield pixel to his advantage. He does know somebody's nearby, as he can hear the barbed wire get punched. That is the fear of Bixer. And now everyone's in a bit of a stalemate. However, the attackers can afford to hold off pushing for a little bit. They do have the player advantage, as we see some Hibanas get placed. And that Zephyr gets lit up there from Bixer. Puckles is going to move away. YDB gunning gets that opening kill for TSP on the entry fragger of Toby. That's the Ash going down, and the Hibana charges don't go off. Kalinski takes a bit of damage. Bitska and Kalinski are very much trapped by long desk. They can't really afford to push, as the clash of Chaz is just going to stall any attempt. The flashbangs comes out, but that's not going to do a lot to that mounting of a character. Lewis though is watching the flank. Nobody to really watch out for, as AS is all the way down the basement. He's not going to manage to pop anything with his grenade, and he's going to try and throw another one. He's only going to do a tickle of damage onto the Clash of Chats. What is going to use a bullet hole to his advantage, as these attackers are very much stalled out now. They've lost their entry fragger, so they've lost the momentum to move around the map. Puckles still in the same position, but Merxy gets taken down. Down goes Puckles as well, and it's now just Chaz and YDB gunning in a 2v4. This is not looking good for them. Bixer goes down, it could be over. YDB gunning finds the kill onto Bixer. They can't plant, however, the attackers all frag out in the end, and Kalinski gets one and Flex as AS gets another, and we are going to overtime. And TSP will be defending first. We'll see where they go. There's a maximum of 3 rounds, minimum of 2 rounds to close out this one. It's been a lot closer round for round, and it's going to be a console tip. YDB gunning, bringing out the Tachanka here, probably a 3-6-bit, as Chaz goes back on the Clash. YDB gunning does in fact go onto the Jaeger. The attackers are actually going to bring a Twitch. Twitch, of course, after her F2 nerf, and the introduction of Mozzie. Not been the monster she once was, so she's not that much of a threat to the defender.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
So we are going to see an identical line setup, from the defenders, I mean to say. As I'm actually going to make that rotation on that Maestro. I still think it's an interesting decision to put your fragging player on your supportive roles, and it's really not going to help the fragging game. However, that doesn't seem to really be the issue. It just seems to be that once the executes come in, there are lots. Flex is spending half the rounds on random floors that aren't effective. The fact he can throw his grenades all the way up and hit the top floor is working out for the attackers. It is going to be an admin take once again by the look. There's a bit of screen freeze there. Apologies for that. Chaz is just going to add for anybody to push. Just going to check the pings. So now he is going to be droning out. Note that Chaz is there on that clash once again. He was a big issue for the attackers to deal with. However, he didn't have enough of an impact that he would have liked. They've got to be careful because AS Flex could very much just throw a grenade in. He's just going to try and wallbang now. He's not going to find anything. As minutes gone and everybody's still at full health. Nobody playing too aggressive as they definitely do not want to be the early pick. And if we look, all 5 defenders are currently on the top floor. They're definitely playing for time here, and they are going to hope that once the push comes in, they have the numbers to refrag, and the attackers will not have enough time to deal with them. Of course, if we look now, this is very much an admin take. You see Toby, Kalinski and Bixer and AS all in either break or now the front office, and with Lewis now making his way up the stairs. They know where the Clash is. The Clash, with her stupid range for her tasers, is going to electrocute them both, and down goes Lewis from the SMG of Crazy, and Emerxy gets that headshot onto Bixker as well. It's now a 3v5, and these defenders are very much going to be happy as the Clash is tempted to move down, and she's got to watch out for her flank. So luckily for Fenix.Pro, Lewis is going to get picked up as Kalinski is going to rotate back to admin. The grenade gets thrown off and down goes AS as well. Buckles with that headshot, and it's looking like the defenders are going to win this round. But Lewis gets that kill onto Chaz. The Clash has gone down, having Lewis is on about 20 health. This is going to be a meeting push now, but they've got to contend with Puckles, who's going to use that long angle to his advantage. Does he see that Hibana? I'm not sure he does. Actually he does. He's just going to watch out for it. He can't peek too aggressively because otherwise he will be shot by the bug. Crazy though finds the kill onto Kalinski. The diffuser has gone down. That means the attackers are going to have to kill 4 and plant. They've got 15 seconds. It's going to be Lewis who's got to plant. If he goes down here, it's very much round over a match point. Back in the hands of the TSP. And down he goes. TSP win this one out, but Toby manages to get Crazy before the round is done. So we are going to console for Fenix.Pro's final defense. Looking back where they defended it 4 times and only won it once. So they're going to bring a similar lineup. However, no Maestro, and it's going to be Toby on the dock with Lewis on the Legion. As soon as I say it, he does 6-pick to the Maestro, and Emerxy 6-picks from the Blackbeard to the Hibana. And now TSP are definitely going to hope that Fenix.Pro's track record on this site, winning here only 25% of the time, does stay true and they can close this one out. Fenix.Pro are going to hope that they can recreate their success from round 3.
by
if
attackers.
you can cast your minds back all that time. So, we're going to see the weird smoke setup from Flex once again. Surely this time TSP is going to expect it, and they are going to send somebody up yellow. Nobody's utilised yellow at all for a push. So now would be the perfect opportunity as we are on overtime match point. If FP win this round, we go the entire distance, all 15 rounds. However, TSP will win this one out, we finish at 14 rounds. So I think Consulate has definitely been a very, very back and forth map between these two teams.
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
As we see a similar setup once again, operators playing in the same position. Kalinski doing a late reinforcement onto the vending wall. Once again, nobody utilising yellow stairs. It's such... This team a quote-unquote common push. You push up yellow stairs and you can find 2-3 kills, especially early on. But again, we are seeing admin take after admin take, and it's all just coming down to the messy execution through meeting door and the players in bathroom or behind the shield that's just murdering them as they walk in. So the attackers of TSP very much going to try and bring this one to an end as Puckle's gone back on to the gridlock. Now he's not playing Thermite, he has gone back onto the Ego, currently going 4-2 after the rehost, so he's going to be fairly happy with that. He could go for a very nice late flank and get a kill onto Chaz. However, the gridlock tracks stingers, at the top of Visa, or lower Visa, are going to deny him from pushing that. Extra Thermite charge is going to go off, that is from Crazy, and now all the long angles being utilised as Toby and Bixker lining up a bit too closely for me. However, the smoke grenades being brought could be very, very strong, because otherwise the attackers, the defenders, cannot see you entering. However, there is an ADS down there, and Puckles goes down. That's the diffuser drop. Kalinski, he's on about 30 health, so he's just going to have to rotate away. However, that diffuser being dropped is a hefty blow for the attackers, and with Lewis getting that kill into Chaz, the attackers are most likely not going to win this, so we most likely will go to the very final round if things continue. As Merxy is going to push up really, really far. However, the Thermite of Crazy takes down the threat that is Kalinski. That's the Jaeger gone, and Merxy going to retreat back. He knows there are two in bathroom. Is he going to peek too close for comfort? That is the question, is YDB Gunning and Crazy both are going to get ready for the push. The shot's coming out, and Crazy can just hold this angle now. The flashbang goes out as well. You can't play too close, as that Maestro will potentially peek him. As Toby gets that kill into YDB Gunning, and it looks like the Fenix.Pro will take this to all 16 rounds. However, Merxy says not right yet. He does get the kill onto just Toby, and he does a lot of damage to AS Flex. Oh no, Crazy falls down the hatch. It's going to be a win on time. He can't get back in time to plant. Even the down, doesn't matter. We are going to all 15 rounds as Fenix.Pro win their round. So the final defense from TSP. Who will win it now? It was definitely looking like TSP would beat Fenix.Pro. However, their defenses were also a 2-4, then winning 2, losing 4. So we've gone to overtime, and we haven't ended it yet, so it will be the very final sudden death round, so to speak. We are going to Garage, as teams have tried and tried to defend console, and it's just not working out. In fact, both teams have defended console 5 times now, and both teams have won it twice, which is an interesting best defender site.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
So this is it, the final round in overtime. We had map 1 go the distance in regular time, but map 2 has gone the full 15 rounds, the 3 overtime rounds and the 12, and this has basically, along with all the rehosts, is what caused this to be such a long best of 2. Should have only been 2 hours, however, unfortunately with people getting DDoS, especially with X-Resolver being up, it's causing a lot of issues, especially in competitive games.
10 seconds left.
Chaz is actually going to stay on this clash, which not
5
my
seconds remaining.
favourite. So here is the current leaderboard. We have had
Attackers
rehosts,
are heading out to defuse a bomb.
so a lot of these stats are in the last 3 rounds. 4. So we see Toby going 7 and 3 with Crazy going 5 and 3. They're the top fraggers for both teams right now. As Crazy gets killed very early on as Lewis, I think so. Got pre-fired, and that's the Legion down very, very early. And if you're TSP, Fenix.Pro are definitely going to be happy with that. They are attacking, so they theoretically have the disadvantage by being on that side. YDB Gunning is going to be roaming this top floor, but he can't land the shots on the drone. And somebody is on balcony, and that is Toby. And is Toby's actually going to see the feet there. However, I think YDB Gunning has got away fairly lucky in that. Connor, of course, a very good bandit player, so he will be back on that, trying to hopefully get a refrag or multiple kills if he can. So we see AS throwing some grenades. It's going to trigger an ADS as it went too far to the right. As that is a very nice angle hold by Merxy. If he throws a C4, he's used his C4. Was that on rotation? No, it wasn't. Hatches are going to be destroyed now as we see the Hibana of Kalinski. Going to try and mop things up quickly for his team as the Merxy's going on a very late roam. Top floor is very much in the Phoenix. This is the final round, so they're definitely going to have to try and make things work. And Merxy going to be on the flank now. And he sees the drop from Master. From Console Closet. He knows it's a buck, and he knows the buck is content of destroying the floor, so he's going to slowly peek there.
Bomb located by attackers.
He is going to go for quite a late flank. Can he land shot? Beautiful headshot onto Lewis. The buck goes down fairly early on. Kalinski's got to watch his back in case he comes back, and Bixka has now had to rotate to watch out for him. I'm not sure if they know, but Merxy has gone all the way to top floor, and he is not going to be watching for anybody who is nearby. Bixka is now being tased, and Merxy is going to know that he is around there after the call-outs coming from Chaz, who was once again on that clash. But Merxy goes down, as does the Doc. Bixka getting Merxy, Kalinski getting Puckles. It's now... Was that friendly fire? No, Flex gets Chaz, but not before Chaz gets Kalinski. So now only got to find UB Gunning, or YDB Gunning, sorry. Is he going to see players? No, he's not. He's going to see that Maverick. It's not going to matter. Fenix.Pro are going to take this one. They lost map 1 7-5, but they win map 2 8-7. And it very much went the distance there. GG, both teams put on a hell of a show. I hope you all enjoyed. As we have a look at the final scoreboard at the end. Kalinski going 6 and 4 with Toby top fragging at the end for his team going 7 and 5. Meanwhile, Crazy and Merxy going 5 and 4 both each, or each I should say. Thank you all for watching. I know you only wanted a best of 2, and we ended up, because of rehosts, getting a much longer stream. I appreciate you all for watching. If you did enjoy, then feel free to drop the follow. I'm going to keep this sign off short because I need a drink. But yeah, thank you all for watching once again, and I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.